Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small town dealership, small town prices.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small town dealership, small town prices.
Good afternoon and Roll Tribe ICC fans, as we're just moments away from that First American National Bank opening pitch here between ICC and Hinds. Game 2 of the best of 3 series here as I welcome Dr. Brad Boggs into the ICC Alumni Association Foundation broadcast booth. Dr. Boggs, the Indians bats got hot last night, able to pick up a big-time win there to take a 1-0 advantage here heading into this game, so do or die now for the Eagles. Indians got a little bit of meat left on the bone here to try to punch their ticket down to Eunice.
Yeah, and it's not an easy task either. We had a good victory last night out here at Roy Crescent Field. Came out hitting the ball very well, and as we talked about, those that were listening to the broadcast, and we were able to get our leadoff batter in many innings on base, which I think contributed to the success. And we've just got to follow through with that. The pitching was stout last night. I think from both sides, pitching was very good. ICC just was able to outlast. I think Nation did a good job last night, as well as Smith for Hinds, for the Hinds Eagles. But again, it's going to be a battle. And so ICC does not come in today thinking, hey, this is an automatic W and we're moving on to the Region 23. They know with the bats, Hinds has great bats in their lineup. They got great pitching. And so today's going to be a battle.
Absolutely. Let's take you to the field for the starting lineup and the national anthem.
In right field, number 29, Jackson Settlemyers. Center field, number 9, Ty Robertson. Left field, number 2, Jackson Lee. First base, number 17, Bo Rock. Second base, number 35, Drew Capabianco. Shortstop, number 34, Matthew Martinelli. Third base, number 16, Will Redon. Catcher, number 14, Gray Bain. Pitcher, number 27, Matt Bordon. And DH, number 25, Dre McRae.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small town dealership, small town prices.
First American offers online and mobile banking features to make your banking experience easy and safe. Activate or deactivate your debit card as needed, attach images to your transactions, apply travel notices to your account, and make person-to-person payments. You can even set up text alerts to guard against unauthorized spending or just to monitor your account balance. The best part is that you can bank anytime, anywhere. At First American National Bank, get that hometown feel, the high-tech touch.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, can you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small town dealership, small town prices.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we put the brakes on the Davis Ford pregame show and get ready for that First American National Bank opening pitch here. Game 2 of the best-of-3 series between
ICC for the Eagles, number 8, Connor Chisholm.
And Hinds. ICC comes in as the number 15 team in the country, and they lead this best-of-3 series 1-0 after picking up the win last night in Game 1. The First American National Bank opening pitch in there for a strike and comes your way at 4:04. That's a 4:04 First American National Bank opening pitch here. It was good for a strike. So is that second pitch. A little breaking pitch that comes in at the knees. 0-2 is the count here, as this is Connor Chisholm, the second baseman at the plate here for the Eagles. Grounder to the right side. Blocked up by the second baseman. The throw over is not in time.
Yeah, Drew Capobianco, again, went to his left over there and had to make kind of a sliding catch over there on it and was able to get in front of the ball just enough, Adam, to knock it down, but popped up again. And we're dealing with, Chisholm, who has a ton of speed, and so he bats from the left-hand side of the plate too, was able to beat it out.
So we will call that a single for Chisholm as that pitch on the outside going for a ball. Chisholm, now Janos and Coleman scheduled up here in the top of the first inning. First pitch outside for a ball. Second pitch popped up. Second baseman going to drift over and we'll squeeze it for out number 1. Well, if anybody else is leading off other than Chisholm, that would have been out number 2. But Chisholm's speed, as you talked about, Brad,
Number 14,
he was able to beat that
Dylan
one out and stays on first as that one was popped up to second. Now this will be the third baseman, Dylan Coleman, coming to the plate. We'll give you today's Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups in the exchange of innings. Coleman swings and misses on that pitch. 0-1 is the count here to the third baseman.
Yeah, great pitch right there by Matthew Bourdon to get ahead in the count. That's what he's done right now so far with all 3 batters, as that one's just smoked.
And that's going to be trouble. It's just going to bounce hard off the wall and drop for a second, but they're going to hold the runner at third, and that's going to be a double off the bat of Coleman. A Davis Ford double. And now the Eagles, they want to strike early, much like the Indians did last night. Well, they've got runners on second and third now with one out in the inning. And this is McCarthy, who had the solo home run last night, coming to the plate.
I'm surprised. I'm just kind of shocked they didn't send Chisholm right there.
Yeah.
Try him early. I know we did that last night, and we were aggressive on the base path with Chisholm's speed, and that's how far that one was out and left, as that one's the first pitch swinging. That's going to be popped up to Bo Rock in foul territory and snags it. That's a big out right there to get out number 2. Runners still at second and third, but I'm still surprised they did not send Chisholm on that. If we get out of this inning without them scoring a run, that could come back to home.
Yeah, that was a big out, too, because 1, yes, it was the second out in the inning, but 2, it wasn't deep enough to allow someone with the speed of Chisholm to tag up and score the first run of the game. This is Benson at the plate. He's going to foul that one back for strike 1. 0-1 is the count.
Yeah, another good pitch right there. Bourdon doing his job, throwing a lot of strikes thus far and not getting deep into the count. There's a little, that's fisted right there on the inside part of the plate. There's trouble. Good job right there. Good communication by Bourdon, getting over there to make the cover first as Bo Rock had to go to his right over there to get the field, to field the ball cleanly there. So great job by the Indians getting out of that inning with no runs scored by the Eagles.
Absolutely, as we'll keep it here and give you today's Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups, as that last ground out was 3-1. Great job on the part of Bourdon covering the bag. Brad, you want to take the honors here to tell us about the starting lineup here for the Eagles?
Yeah, Eagles, they got number 8, Connor Chisholm at second base, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast. And, of course, coming in second there, Tyler Janos, who's behind the plate doing the catching duties tonight. Batting third is Dylan Coleman, who's at third base and has a heck of a glove that we saw last night and can swallow up anything his way. Evan McCarthy has moved up tonight into the cleanup position. He's in the DH position tonight, this afternoon, Clay Benson batting fifth. He's their first baseman. Cameron Hill is in right field in the sixth. Batting seventh, Tom Lee is the shortstop. Batting eighth, Cole Smith, the left fielder. And ninth is Ashton Johnson out in center. On the mound for the Eagles is number 18, Ryan Herbison.
That is your starting lineup there for the Eagles. Now your Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineup for ICC. ICC and Coke, now that's a winning combination, and Coach Rick Collier hopes he's got that same winning combination put together here in Game 2.
Yeah, and kind of a little swap around tonight. This evening again is number 2, Jackson Lee's leading off for the Indians in left. Batting second, Matthew Martin-Nolich at short. Batting third, Will Verdung at third. Fourth, the hot Jackson Settlemeyers out in right field. Fifth is Bo Rock, who's at first. Sixth, Gray Bain behind the plate doing the catching duties. Then seventh is Drew Capabianco at second. Eighth is Dre McCrae at DH. Number 9, and batting in the ninth slot is Ty Robertson in center. And on the mound for the Indians, number 27, as we mentioned, Matt Bourdon.
And that is your Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineup for both squads. Herbison's first pitch is going to be in there for a strike, as this is Jackson Lee starting us off here. He's playing in left field. That pitch in the dirt gets away. Nobody on base to have to worry about there. 1-1 is the count. We do welcome those that are watching, members of the ICC family, and do want to say a special hello to those that are watching here in favor of the Eagles. Ground ball, shortstop took an awkward hop on him. He's able to find it, zips it across for the 6-3 putout.
Yeah, Jackson Lee's got some speed, as we saw yesterday and have indicated several times, but not able to beat that one out cleanly. Fielded out there at short by Tom Lee. Great job out there to field that and throw over to first and get the out, first out of the inning there.
And so now to be the shortstop, Matthew Martin-Olich coming to the plate here for the Indians. 1 out and nobody on here in the bottom of the first. That pitch, ooh, not sure where it missed. Maybe a little bit too low and outside for the umpire's liking. 1-0 is the count here to Martin-Olich. Martin-Olich hammers this one left field. Is going to drift over, and we'll find it for out number 2.
Flying out to left field there. And Martin-Olich kind of caught him on the inside part of the bat, the little small part of the bat. He was able to muscle it out there as far as he could out in the left field, kind of left center. Easy catch out there for the left fielder in Cole Smith for the Eagles. Out number 2, as you mentioned.
And now to be the third baseman, Will Verdon coming to the plate. There is 2 outs and nobody on here. We're in the bottom of the first. No score between ICC and Hinds. Fastball missing outside for a ball.
As I mentioned, Herbison's on the mound for the Eagles. He's a right-hander. He's a freshman out of Flowood. Played his ball at Northwest Rankin. That's strike 1 right there. And Herbison on the year thus far for the Eagles. His stats, he's had 11 appearances, won 6, lost 5. He does have 58 2/3 innings pitched, giving up 61 hits on 43 runs, giving up 22 base on balls, 54 Ks, 4.14 ERA.
2-1 now is the count. That pitch going to miss low and outside. 3-1 in the count here to Verdon. So a dangerous pitch coming up right here for one of the best batters, not only in the league, but in the country right now. Verdon watches that one, and they're going to call it a strike. 3-2 now is the count.
Yeah, I caught that outside corner, in my opinion. It was close. I mean, of course, I wasn't down there on it, but it was close enough that I believe that's the one you can't take. Does run the count to full.
3-2 pitch, and it misses low and outside, and that'll be a 2-out walk issued to Will Verdon. And now this will be Jackson Settlemyers coming to the plate. And what a night Jackson had last night. 3 for 4 with two-run home runs. And so the Indians hoping to see that bat stay hot here as he's going to try to dig in and spark a 2-out rally.
First pitch is outside, and I like that at bat by Will Verdon. You know, this is the first go-around that we're seeing. Ryan Herbison gave it a few pitches there, was very patient at the plate, able to see a lot of pitches there when, kind of work his way on base, and I think that's important here early in the matchup.
So the 1-0 pitch, that one clips the corner of the plate, evens the count up now at 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, and a runner on first here in the bottom of the first. No score between ICC and Hinds here in game 2. As this pitch fouled back, and we'll go 1-2 now.
Yeah, that's a good pitch right there. He took something off of that pitch right there, and Settlemyers was a little out ahead of that one, so it does run the count now to 1-2. 2 outs still. Do have a runner at first, and Will Verdon.
So waiting the 1-2 offering here, and missing outside. Not a bad spot to miss when you got a pitch to waste there. Good eye on the part of Settlemyers, though, to hold off on it, and now the count will even up at 2-2.
Yeah, 2-2 count there again. Like you say, not a bad pitch at all right there. Couldn't get him to chase, didn't lunge at it at all. Good eye on the part of Settlemyers.
So waiting the 2-2 offering here. This one blistered down the line, but foul. And so we'll stay at 2-2.
Yeah, you're not going to want to hang that one up on the inside part of the plate right there like you did anymore on Settlemyers. Settlemyers with his bat the way it is right now, you definitely don't want to hang that up.
This first inning being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union. Follow them on Twitter at Let's Go ICCBS, or excuse me, at ICCBSU. Big time Renaissance Bank strikeout there. Settlemyers couldn't catch up with the high heat as the Indians and Eagles are tied 0-0 after 1. We'll take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
How does Little Caesars know when to bring back pretzel crust?
I'm sure they've got it down to a science.
Something. Come
Orthopedics busted a move. Pretzel crust is back.
Yeah, nah, they definitely know what they're doing.
The crust the world craves is back at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the second inning. It'll be the 6, 7, 8 batters due up for Hinds, so it'll be Hill, Lee, and Smith scheduled up. The Indians got out of a big-time jam there in the top half of the first as the Eagles left 2 runners on base, both of those in scoring position. And so it'll be Cameron Hill, the right fielder, to start us off here in the top of the second.
Number 24, Cameron Hill.
Matt Bourdon is the pitcher here for ICC, getting the start in game 2. And this pitch is popped up, backing out of play for strike 1. Right, when you get a moment, we'll take a look at some Samstown market stats on Bourdon.
Yeah, Bourdon comes into the day, again, not your normal starter this year. He's seen a lot of relief appearances, middle relief appearances for ICC this season, as that's ball 1 right there, outside and low. But Bourdon comes in, and he is a freshman lefty out of Collierville, Tennessee. Did his pitching at Marshall Academy. Is that his ball 2 outside right there. He's got 11 appearances on the year, 3 wins, no losses. He does have a save to his credit. 23rd and 1/3 innings pitched, 19 hits given up on 5 runs, 9 base on balls, 18 Ks, 1.16 ERA, as that swings through right there at strike 2, 2-2 count.
Those are your stats being brought to you by the Samstown Market right there in Manatachee. Sam Ferris and company invite you out to come see their unique selections as, that pitch just a bit too low. Now the count goes full at 3-2.
Yeah, that's a good eye right there on the part of Cameron Hill to not swing at that one. Coming to the plate today, the Eagles are with a little patience today, and I like that in them.
There's going to be a liner that's going to get through, and that's going to be the 3rd hit of the game here for the Eagles. And he thought about trying to maybe sneak to second, but a good quick relay in will keep him over at first base.
Yeah, he made that wide turn there. He's got some speed and kind of thought about it for a minute because that ball was lined, not up the middle, but well to the right of Drew Capobianco there at second, so no play that could be made at second. So again, kind of a thought on his mind, and don't blame him with his speed, but decided to whoa up once he saw that how quickly we fielded the ball.
Now this is shortstop Tom Lee coming to the plate. Swings to the first pitch he sees, got that one off the end of the bat. 0-1 now is the count.
Yeah, well out in front of that one, he just kind of caught it off the end of the bat and just kind of went straight to the ground. So well out in front of that pitch right there, 0-1 count.
So Bernard will check the runner. And he's going to go to first. Kind of a half-hearted throw there. So it'll be difficult for Hinds to get a good jump with the lefty on the mound here.
Yeah, good read on their end right there. They knew he was coming over, and Hill was already making his way back to first as that pitch is down the middle, swung on, and that's going to be a drive out to the left field, and Jackson Lee's going to camp under that for out number 1.
So big out there as the runner is unable to advance.
That is Lee getting out Lee, Adam.
There you go. A little Leo Lee
Number
action
19,
there.
Cole
And I bet
Smith.
you Lee Adams got a photo of
I
it.
bet he did too.
And so with 1 out now in the inning, Cole Smith will come to the plate. He's in left field. He hammers this one, but the left fielder will be able to make the run over and get back-to-back putouts there. And now there's 2 away after the leadoff single by Cameron Hill. We'll go to the number 9 batter, Ashton Johnson, the center fielder.
Yeah, well hit there, but just
Number 30,
hung up too
Ashton
far,
Johnson.
and of course the speed out there by Jackson Lee and the good read off the bat, quickly moving right there off the bat and able to camp under that and get the out.
That pitch is going to be missing low for a ball. 1-0 is the count here to Johnson, the number 9 batter. There is a runner at first with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Swing and a miss. Just kind of had him crossed up on that one. 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, good pitch right there again by Bourdon, and so runs that count to 1-1 here on Johnson.
Pitch on the outside edge, was able to foul it off. 1-2 will be the count here on Johnson.
Yeah, stuck the bat out there and got a piece of it. Looked like he was just trying to send that ball over out and just dump it in right field, and wasn't able to do that. Fouled that thing off, so now it's a 1-2 count. Bourdon ahead. Got him.
Swing and a miss for strike 3, and they're going to have to throw it down to get the third out of the inning. They do so, and so that will be a Renaissance Bank strikeout, 2-3 on the putout. Nice job there by Bourdon to battle back and get out of the inning after giving up that leadoff hit to start the inning. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this. Athletic summer camps are back at Itawamba Community College. ICC offers camps in band, baseball, basketball, cheer, soccer, softball, tennis, and volleyball throughout the months of May, June, and July. Spots are limited, and you know they'll be filling up fast. Visit the homepage of letsgoicc.com. That's letsgoicc.com to find a camp for your favorite athlete and register today. Itawamba Community College, the best camp here.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you. This broadcast is being brought to
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set for the bottom of the second inning. Still no score here between ICC and Hinds. The Eagles have 3 hits so far. The Indians looking for their first of the evening here, as it'll be Bo Rock to start us off. Bo tries to check his swing but couldn't hold off on it that time. 1-0 is the count.
Yeah, good pitch right there, and just had Bo lunging, couldn't hold that bat up right there, so did strike one quickly.
That pitch missing low. 1-1 now is the count.
I want to see the Indians get back out to where they were last night, and we get some base runners, especially that leadoff base runner on base. I think that's important right now. Hinds is doing that.
So the 1-1 pitch, and that one's going to miss low. 2-1 now is the count here to Bo Rock. That pitch out there, missing. 3-1 now is the count.
Yeah, good eye, good patience right there. I like that by Bo coming in here, and got to have that patience. We're going to see a lot of pitches here from Herbison. Good eye.
Excuse me. So that'll be a walk to start the inning. Second walk of the game here.
Number 14, Gray Bain.
Yeah, that's what I wanted right there. That's what we dialed up, and hopefully that's what we're producing. Getting that leadoff batter on in each inning, and so important right there. And so we have managed to do that with no outs this inning. Got to start pushing across some runs here.
And so with no outs and a runner at first, a heavy swing there by Bain, missing for strike 1.
Yeah, saw one kind of sitting up out there, and it was his pitch, and he was going after it and going to try to make this a 2-run game, and was unable to do so with that one swing of the bat.
And there's a second swing and a miss there for Bain, so Bain had a little bit of trouble picking up this pitch here. 0-2 quickly is the count.
Yeah, that was outside. I might say outside. It was on the outside portion of the plate. Well placed right there by Herbison. Good pitch right there. 0-2 quickly. You got Bain down. Good
and then
job.
He answers back and will rip the first hit of the day here for the Indians.
Yeah, great job. Basically the same pitch. He just got his timing back down better. I say back down. He didn't really have good timing on the first 2 pitches. And that's what another thing helps when you see more and more pitches. You're getting your timing down up there at the plate. So he was able to do that and make that adjustment after the first 2 pitches, and the first 2 being strikes, and get that clean single out there. Still no outs, runners at first and second.
So as Brad said, runners at first and second with no outs. And this is Drew Capobianco And he stands in, takes that first pitch for a ball.
Yeah, Drew has been in the leadoff position a lot of the season for the Indians, and kind of doing a little lineup shift here this evening and moving Drew down into the 7 spot. See what we can produce here.
This one hit but fouled back and out of play. 1-1 now is the count here on Capobianco. So the Indians started the inning with a walk to Bo Rockies at second. Gray Bain singled to center. And so now we're at Capobianco, and he's going to hit one to the right side. It's going to get through.
Yeah, well placed right there. And again, also, it's a bases loaded now with a single because it wasn't out deep enough to send the run home. But Capobianco sent that one down the first base line. Well, it was in the hole. It was in the gap. What happens on that, because you had runners at first and second, the runners are moving. The runner did not get in the way. It was not runner interference as the Hinds Eagles coach is going to make a mound visit, but the runner kind of shielded it just enough where I think Hinds wasn't able to get over and make that play. It was to his right there at first, and so wasn't able to make that snag. What do we have now? We got bases loaded, no outs here, prime opportunity for the Indians.
Yeah, we're going to take a look back at that last at-bat that Brad was just talking about there for Capobianco. As you'll see it just doing a good job of finding the gap and loading the bases here for the Indians. And probably going to have to come in and let them know, hey, you got to be careful with the DH, Dre McCray, coming up. He's got power in this situation, so want to make sure everybody's on the same page and maybe just refocus the pitcher here as Indians with bases loaded and no outs. I want to say this, and I hope I'm not jinxing this, but this is something we've struggled with throughout the season, is getting things going with bases loaded.
Yeah, we have it. We've had difficulties at times, but throughout the season as well, we worked through some of those. So I'm with you, Adam, and that's a good eye right there by Dre. Don't come up to the plate right now being overly aggressive. It's still your first time at the rotation to face Herbison. Don't be overly aggressive. No outs here. That's what you got to keep in mind. Find a way to get the run in, and that's a way to do it right there.
This one hammered to the gap. Is it going to have enough to get out of here? No, it's going to bounce, and it's going to be off the top of the wall. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score, and they're going to be a Davis Ford double by McRae.
Yeah, excellent job. Again, Dre got his pitch, was up there in the zone, drove it in the gap between left and center, easily scores 2 runs standing up. Thought about sending Capobianco, held him up at the last minute. Good decision there because, again, no outs, Adam. That's the big thing here. No point in getting that first out right now. There's no outs. You got runners now, second and third, knowing that Dre was going to make it to second, and that gets both runners in scoring position with Ty Robertson.
And Ty takes that first pitch, missing low for a ball, and we got it. This ain't good. As the pitcher comes up and starts hopping and grabs his ankle, so hopefully Herbison is okay. We're going to take a break and be back with more right after this.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Athletic summer camps are back at Itawamba Community College. ICC offers camps in band, baseball, basketball, cheer, soccer, softball, tennis, and volleyball throughout the months of May, June, and July. Spots are limited, and you know they'll be filling up fast. Visit the homepage of letsgoicc.com. That's letsgoicc.com to find a camp for your favorite athlete and register today. Itawamba Community College, the best camp here.
How do we know you'll love pretzel crust? Because this person begged us to never tease them again about their precious pretzel crust. Well, guess what? Pretzel crust is back! Or is it? Nah, seriously, it's back. Maybe. No, it's back.
Pizza.
Maybe.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Good to see that Herbison is able to kind of shake off that moment, as scary moment as once he kind of landed and released the pitch, instantly hopped around and grabbed that ankle. And the last thing you want to see this or any time, whether it be the first game of the season or your potential last game of the season, is the injury come up. So great to see Ryan Herbison be able to stay in the game.
Yeah, comes back and throws a strike right there, 1-1 count. And you just don't want to see, sometimes you get that, of course, you got two pitchers throwing off the mound there. They got two different landing spots. Sometimes you may work yourself into one of those little divots out there and roll that ankle. You don't want to do that. And that's possibly as that ball is outside, 2-1. Good job there by Robertson. Could have been what happened there is in your landing spot with that front foot when you're coming down off the mound and you push off with that back foot is the landing spot and how your foot lands and that ankle. So, again, good to see him back up throwing on a 2-1 count here to Robertson.
2-1 pitch popped up. It's going to be in foul territory. Third baseman giving chase, and it's going to get out of play. And the infield umpire found out there's a slope over there as he went running into the fence. That he was hustling to get out there and just couldn't find the brakes.
Yeah, and of course Robertson had a good night last night at the plate, and very, very, very good, and helped the Indians out there at the plate and batting in that 9 slot.
So waiting the 2-2 offering here. Robertson pops this one up on the infield, and third baseman's going to call everyone off, and we'll take it for out number 1.
The only thing that would have been worse in that situation for Robertson, now again, you're going to have it, is a K, if you want to call it worse. But that's equal, basically, because, even a deep fly ball out to the outfield would have scored a run. Drew Capobianco could have tagged up. Of course, your infield is in right now. Infield would not have had to, they wouldn't have go home. They don't have to go home because first base is open. So the infield is playing in.
That pitch is going to be on the outside corner, and it's in there for a strike. As we're back to the top of the lineup here with Jackson Lee. Runners at second and third. Indians already lead at 2-0. So this is going to be a ground ball, foul ball, and that'll be strike 2.
Yeah, the Eagles got to be careful here with the infield in. Anything hit solid and hard up the middle is definitely going to be difficult for them to field, and you're talking about 2 runs scoring at that point.
So waiting the 0-2 pitch here. That ball missing low and outside. Not a bad spot to miss with the fastball. Couldn't get him to chase. 1-2 will stay the count here on left fielder Jackson Lee. He grunted out to the shortstop in his first at bat.
Yeah, good job by Janis, though, to get out there and block that pitch up. Anything to the max stop, Capobianco scoring.
So what is the 1-2 offering here? And it's going to be fouled off to the right side, and we'll stay at 1-2.
Yeah, good, continue good at bat here by Jackson Lee. Jackson's on his second go-around here of seeing Herbison, and so should have a better feel for him with the timing and seeing these pitches.
1-2 pitch. Hit up the middle is going to get through, and this should score 2. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score, and a clutch 2-run single there by Jackson Lee.
And I hate to always say that I can predict the future, but because I can't. But that's exactly what I said happened. When you bring the infield in like that, and you get that solid ground ball up the middle, the shortstop or second's not playing deep enough to field that. I'm not saying it. I mean, we always second guess decisions because if they're playing in and he hits it in a different position or a different place, it's an out. But it was deep enough, it was close enough, up the middle to where neither one of them could get to it. Scores 2.
And now this is going to be Matthew Martinovich at the plate. Takes that first pitch high and inside, ducks back out of the way for a 1-0 count here. Herbison, well, he cruised through the first. He did walk 1, but had no issue there, but he's given up 4 hits so far and 4 runs. Runner's going to go. The throw down is in time. Unless he dropped the ball.
That's what they're saying he tagged him high.
They're going to say he missed the tag or something?
I think they're going to say he tagged him high. The best I saw it, Gore, but now I don't know. They're going to say he tagged him high because they got to hold him up there at the line. He can't come out on the infield. But in my opinion, they're going to say the tag was high.
We're going to look at it right here on this instant replay.
And you saw how long it took.
He bobbled the ball.
Oh, did he bobble it?
I mean, he still had it, but the ball bounced, so he had to come up with the tag. So I can see where he got underneath the tag in this situation.
Well, there's not much of an argument put up by Hinds.
Yeah, we're going to look at it again here.
Again, you saw how long it took for him to actually make the call that he was safe. He took his time. Mm-hmm. He didn't just immediately call out or safe. He was sitting there looking at it, and I'm not going to say, for your Hinds or your ICC, he took his time to make that call and didn't do anything rushed or hurriedly.
Swing and a miss there, strike 1. He does get a piece of it. Yeah, I can, going back and look at it, we're kind of blocked, but I can see where the Ball kind of hopped up and it carried his glove up. That caused him to miss the tag on the lower extremities of his body there. But a bang-bang play going in favor of the Indians. 1-1 now is the count here with one out and a runner at second. And Marty just couldn't hang off on that one. And actually, excuse me, that was strike 3 on that one there. So now there's 2 outs.
Yeah, big out right there for Herbison right there to get that out, because that 1-2 combo of Martin Olich and Verdung has been stout all year. Does still leave, though, an option here for Verdung at the plate with a runner in scoring position.
So Will dig in. He walked in his first at bat.
Oh, that's gone. That's gone.
He just tied a record, ladies and gentlemen, as that's going to be a 2-run home run for Will Verdung, and the Indians keep adding more runs to it here. And for Will Verdung, he now ties Tyreek Reed, Dustin Lunn, and Josh Graham in single-season home runs. And he also ties Tyreek Reed with career home run number 25.
That one was forevermore smashed. Hinds came out to the mound, the manager. They're going to make a pitching change.
So with this call to the bullpen, we're going to take the timeout with them and be back with more right after this.
Hey, Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family,
Roll Tribe! You by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Manatee, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Hey, Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family,
Roll Tribe!
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. A big bottom of the second inning here for the Indians as they have 6 runs on the board so far. The last run is coming on a 2-run home run off the bat of Will Verdung, his 25th in his career here at ICC, 15th of the season. That ties the modern, we call it the modern day record because our records don't go too much past 2010. But yeah, welcome to the record book, Will Verdung.
Yeah, great job. And coming into pitch for Hinds is John David Gunn, 6'3", 200 sophomore out of Clinton. Central Hinds Academy is where he played his high school ball. 12 appearances on the year, 3 wins, no losses, 1 save to his credit. 20 2/3 innings pitched, 21 hits given up, 17 runs, 12 base on balls to 13 Ks, 3.92 ERA.
And those stats being brought to you by Sam's Town Market there in Manatee. They've got local produce, some of the best cuts of meat around. Go by and see them right there in the heart of Manatee. That's Sam's Town Market.
Can't take that.
I'll tell you what, Gunn has come in a hurry and said, here we go, we're going to fill it up, do something about it. And Settlemyers finds himself in an 0-2 hole. This was going to be grounded to the shortstop. Gloves it, throws over. The throw is low, but a nice dig at first to get the out. Score that one 6-3. But the inning was big for the Indians as they score 6 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We'll head to the third and be back with more right after this.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer. an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Athletic summer camps are back at Itawamba Community College. ICC offers camps in band, baseball, basketball, cheer, soccer, softball, tennis, and volleyball throughout the months of May, June, and July. Spots are limited, and you know they'll be filling up fast. Visit the homepage of letsgoicc.com. That's letsgoicc.com to find a camp for your favorite athlete and register today. Itawamba Community College, the best camp here. And welcome back as we head to the top of the third inning. ICC leading this one 6-0 after 6 runs in the bottom of the second. And Brad, if you're Matt Burdon, you love the run support, but you've been sitting over there a minute. So you know he's probably got to get a little extra loose here in between innings.
He does, but you also ought to have a little extra adrenaline flowing. Now, the one thing about that extra adrenaline flowing, you don't want it to flow too much where you're overthrowing pitches, getting out there with that 6-run lead and overthrowing or throwing things in the dirt or starting to walk batters and putting them on base. So you're right. So just needs to kind of keep emotions at bay and keep doing what he's been doing.
And so Burdon will be greeted by the number 1 batter, Chisholm, Janis, and Coleman here to start the top of the third. Is that pitch in there for a strike? Chisholm reached on we'll call it a hard-fought single. It was a ball that was hit to the gap. It was a great job by Capobianco to slide to knock it down. Anybody else in the league other than Chisholm probably doesn't get there. Is that pitch just a bit high? 1-2 now is the count.
Yeah, that release,
2-1.
Yeah, release point on that pitch there. I don't know if he lost the ball or it slipped in his hands, but the release was well off right there. Luckily, it didn't hit him in the helmet, and it didn't, so a 2-1 count.
This one's going to be fouled off. Now the count leaving up at 2-2.
Yeah, no way to battle back right there if you're Burdon. Got a 2-2 count here. Been doing a good job throwing strikes and getting those first strikes out there and first pitch strikes and not getting deep into a count of, there he goes, gets a K right there. That's a big K to get Chisholm out. Not only is he the leadoff batter of the inning, but got a lot of speed. Big K right there by Burdon. Battle back and get that out.
Back-to-back Renaissance Bank strikeouts there for Burdon. First out of the inning, and now this will be Janos coming to the plate. We're going to try to find some other scores throughout the league going on tonight.
So strike one, good pitch by Burdon there to Janis. Janis was a victim of a fly out to second base his last at bat, and he takes that pitch and chops it foul there into the first base side dugout there. Quickly down 0-2 to Burdon here.
So the 0-2 pitch with 1 out and nobody on here in the top of the third.
Yeah.
And did they get him? Nope.
I'd check him.
Say, never really gave a signal there down the other end. I thought the pitch was good on the pitch by itself.
Well, I did too, but I'd still would have checked that one, but they didn't offer, so stays alive.
This pitch fouled back. 1-2 is the count.
Yeah, good job right there by Janis to stay alive right there and just getting a piece of that one, and excellent job there. Still 1-2 count here as the ball kind of sailed over Burdon there, so
making him work for it a little bit.
Yeah, just make him work. But anyway, still got a 1-2 count here, 1 out here in the top of the third inning.
So waiting the 1-2 offering here for Burdon. Don't like the first 2 signals. Now getting set to deliver. And
that's good pitch.
Chase. Yeah, good pitch, but a good eye to hold off there. Renaissance Bank scoreboard update is Northeast leading Jones 6-0 at the end of 4. And they're in a weather delay down at Popularville as they wrapped up the first inning. Ground ball, left side. Martin Knowledge.
What a play.
Beautiful. That's all you can say about that play right there. It's just smooth as silk. Made it look easy there for out number 2.
Yeah, when you got a short who's got the range, a shortstop who's got the range that Martin Knowledge has got, and just the ability to throw on the run, throw off
Number
balance,
14,
do the hop
Dylan
throws,
Coleman.
whatever that you want to call it. It is tremendous. And so Indians have a great leader out there in the infield with Martin Olich, who's able to do that and make fantastic plays right there as strike one goes to Coleman.
Coleman doubled in his only at bat so far. Looks at that pitch missing low for a ball. Of course, when we talk about doubles, we talk about Davis Ford. They're located at 904. Well, I lost my note for West Main Street. 904 West Main Street are right behind us here on campus. Appreciate Tab and all the folks there at Davis Ford for everything they do to help make these games and other broadcasts possible here on the ICC Sports Network.
Yeah, 2-1 count now to Coleman. That pitch was too far outside, drifted high and outside. So Coleman ahead 2-1.
Fastball missing low and outside. 3-1 now is the count.
Yeah, Bourdon working with a purpose out there.
3-1 pitch.
Like
this
it.
one
Like
popped
it.
up. Second baseman Capobianco makes the play and gets the out. So a 3-up, 3-down inning there. That's what the Indians need after putting 6 on the board. We'll take a break and head to the bottom of the third and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Want to make a good living? Come learn a skill at Max Home. Upholstery trainees start at $15.50 an hour. Our upholsterers average $23 an hour and can make above $28 an hour on production. We're also offering a $500 sign-on bonus to experienced upholsterers. Max Home is hiring for all positions and is willing to train quality people. Max Home makes all their custom-built products in the USA. Join the best, train with the best, be the best. Max Home, Bolton, Mississippi, and Max Home, Sulligent, Alabama.
Age-related macular degeneration is the leading cause of severe vision loss in adults over the age of 50. Symptoms are gradual loss to see objects clearly. Objects appear distorted in shape. Darker empty areas appear in the center of your vision. In a comprehensive eye exam, your optometrist will perform a variety of tests to determine if you have macular degeneration. For questions or concerns, call Cagle Eye Center in Fulton at 862-EYES, providing professional comprehensive eye care to the people of Itawamba County and the surrounding areas. Cagle Eye Center.com.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the bottom of the third inning. ICC leading this one 6-0. And Brad, last night's game is any indicator to today's game. We know that Hinds is just an inning away from getting right back into this thing because they've got some hot bats as well.
Yeah, they do. I mean, there's no comfort here. There shouldn't be comfort. Yeah, are we happy? Sure. We struck first. We're putting the pressure on, but there should never be any comfort here with the Hinds bats as Bo Rock takes ball one outside because, yes, as we saw last night, they have the ability to fight back. They have a lot of fight in them, and they can fight back and make things uncomfortable for us.
Ball two as Rock walked and scored. That was to start that 6-run second inning as the Indians batted around that inning. This is going to be a grounder up the middle, and that's going to get through for a hit for Rock.
Yeah, great. Again, that's what I'm talking about here. So, again, here over the last 2 innings, Indians have managed to get their leadoff batter on, and it was Bo Rock in both innings.
Number 14,
Bo walked to the top
Ray
of the bottom of the second, and now he singled here in the bottom of third. I think that is very, very important. We saw how important it was last night, and again, the Indians are turning around and doing that this evening. That's good on the Indians' part. Now you got Bain up to bat.
So this is Gray Bain, who singled right back up the middle in his first at bat. He fell behind in that count 0-2, then just able to blister one right back up the middle. Looks at that first pitch to the knees for strike one. 0-1 now is the count. That breaking pitch, a beauty. Ball's right in the zone for a strike.
Kind of a three-quarter style throw there, kind of as far as his arm angle was three-quarter by John David Gunn. Kind of had some slider action to it. Excellent pitch there, quickly down 0-2. Same kind of pitch there, out of the zone there. So 1-2 count there. Good eye by Bain.
So the count does go 1-2. There is a runner at first. There's no outs here in the bottom of the third inning. ICC leading this one 6-0. Breaking pitch, and that one hangs up inside, nearly hit him.
Yeah, it's still a good pitch there. It does come on the inside part of the plate. Good eye there by Bain. So good on both ends. Not a bad pitch there to get on the inside part of the plate for John David Gunn.
There's going to be a grounder to the shortstop, and could be a tailor-made double play, and it is. 6-4-3, and the Eagles needed something positive to go their way, and that would be it there. A Little Caesars double play.
Yeah, that does erase that leadoff batter getting on in the bottom of the third. And so now you have 2 outs. So it does kind of erase that opportunity that the Indians did produce with that leadoff single.
So now with 2 outs, this is going to be Drew Capobianco, who singled and scored in his only appearance so far in the game. Indians have 6 hits on the contest and 6 runs to show for it as that pitch missing low. 2-0 now is the count. 3 hits so far for the Eagles as we're in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, good eye down by Drew, working that count to 2-0. Does take strike 1 right there. Good pitch dropped in there by John David Gunn. 2-1 count.
So 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Nobody on here for the Indians after that Little Caesars double play. And this one popped up. Third baseman giving chase, and Kemp's underneath it, and will squeeze it for the out. We've played 3 in Fulton, and ICC leads it 6-0. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
How does Little Caesars know when to bring back pretzel crust?
I'm sure they've got it down to a science.
Do something. Come on. He's dancing! Pretzel Pete has busted a move. Pretzel crust is back!
Yeah, nah, they definitely know what they're doing.
The crust the world craves is back at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now as we shift to the top of the 4th inning for Hinds, it'll be McCarthy, Benson, and Hill scheduled up here to start the 4th, as it's still Bernard on the hill. He got a 3-up, 3-down inning in the second. Ran into a little trouble to start with, as Hinds had 2 hits in the first, put runners on second and third, but where the Indians were able to get out of the inning, they started the second inning with a leadoff single, and then it was fly ball to the left, and a strikeout, 2-3 on the putout to end that inning. So Bernard has been productive so far here through 3 innings of work. So it'll be McCarthy, the DH, batting in that 4th spot. We know he can hit for power because we saw it last night.
Number 27,
as he had a solo home run that was a rocket shot out of here. He looks at that pitch in there for a strike.
Yeah, there again, Bourdon working ahead there and trying to get the head count, strike 1. But you're right, that nice hit there last night and home run by McCarthy, knowing he's got power, and that's why they moved him up to the cleanup slot this evening.
So 1 ball and 1 strike after that pitch misses low. And that one finds the corner for a strike. Cheers from the Indians, murmurs from the Eagle fans.
Yeah, it's close either way, but went the Indians' way.
That pitch, not a bad spot to miss there. Couldn't get him to chase one. Good eye on the part of McCarthy.
Yeah, got him lunging out there a little bit, but not quite far enough to get the swing or commit to a swing. Good job there by McCarthy to run the count to 2-2.
So winning the 2-2 pitch here from Berdon. Off speed, ground ball, shortstop gets it. Throw across the way is in time for the 6-3 putout for out number 1. Boy, Marty showing off the strength of the arm on that throw. Got him by 4 or 5 steps.
Yeah, that was a great play there again by Martin Olich. Didn't have to move around too much either to his right or left, but was able to field that ball on the right hop there, caught it cleanly, fired over to first, got the out.
Benson stands in, looks at that pitch, missing low for a ball.
Yeah, breaking ball right there that was hard to lay off of, but he did. Good eye on there on Benson's part.
And this one's going to be popped up, and left fielder's running back to the wall and runs out of room. This will be a Davis Ford double over the head of the left fielder. And I think that's one that may have got up in these clouds and kind of lost track of there, but a big-time hit for Benson. And it's one thing a lot of people don't think about. You're thinking, okay, well, you don't have to fight with the sun. Well, when you're looking back this way, one, you got the lights to look into, but two, that ball tends to disappear in this type of cloud cover.
It does, and that ball just kind of kept carrying. So kudos to Benson on his deal, because and especially when you got a lefty at bat there, it's that spin on the ball that comes off, and that ball kind of tails like it did out there in the left field, and it just kind of kept carrying and carrying and got over the head of Jackson Lee. Stand-up double there. Good job as Cameron Hill swings through strike one. For Benson to get on and get a double there and have a runner in scoring position for the Eagles.
Hill singled in his only plate appearance so far on the evening. That pitch missing low. 1-1 now is the count here to the right fielder, Hill. 6-0 is your score. We're in the top of the fourth. This game's scheduled for 9. Gordon getting set to deliver the 1-1 pitch. And it's outside. 2-1 now is the count.
Got to keep working hard out there if you're Bourdon. I know you got the one out early on in this inning and gave up that double there, but got to keep working hard with the 2-1 count. That's not what you want.
Ran in on him and hit him. So he'll take one for the team there, and now the Eagles starting to get something going with runners on first and second. There is one out in the inning, and this is going to be Tom Lee coming to the plate.
Yeah, that's what we talked about earlier in this broadcast, is knowing that that's not something you can allow to happen if you're the Indians. You don't want to happen. I'm going to say that. You try to do everything you can in your power to prevent it, and that's not giving them a window of opportunity to get back in. If they see a window of opportunity like they did last night, they'll climb back in and get momentum in a hurry.
And that pitch is going high for a ball. Right now, if you're Bernard, you just take a deep breath and reset here. Worry about the guy in front of you and let your defense work behind you here.
Yeah, I'm like be interested to see if he can come back with a strike here. That's good. If he comes back with the ball, I'm going to say we need a mound visit either by the catcher. We got a mound. I'm going to say somebody needs to have a little chat just to kind of calm him down. But he's going to want to take a little stroll on the backside of the mound. But it wouldn't hurt for Bain or McCrory to come out and kind of give a little chat here.
2-0 is the count. Verdon getting set to deliver the pitch, and yep, he's got to the point now where I think it's maybe frustration setting in more than anything.
Yeah, I'd love to see a mound visit here by somebody, but again, it hasn't happened. They are going to start running somebody down to the bullpen.
And that one right at the knees, and that'll be a 3-1 count now.
And runners at first and second, one out. Like you say, that was a strike there, 3-1 count. If I'm Tom Lee, I'm taking on this one.
And he did, and now bases are going to be loaded.
You should see a mound visit now, and you will.
That's going to be the first walk of the game. That comes after a hit by pitch. As the Eagles have loaded the bases here, we're going to take the timeout and be back with more right after this.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a maestro of the clarinet. A famous speed solver.
Piece of cake.
A noted cheese connoisseur.
Limburger.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the home plate umpire is going to go out there and try to break up the huddle. But coach is like, no, we ain't going anywhere yet.
Yeah, I don't expect a change here because the Indians just sent someone to the bullpen to get loose. I didn't expect a change in that visit. I think the visit was needed, and I was talking about that earlier. I think the visit was needed. I think they need to have a conversation. I think they need to see what's going on out there, have a talk with Bourdon, and kind of get some things settled down, and hopefully,
number 19, Cole
just
Smith.
kind of get things, replenished here and refocused, and get him a refocus, and maybe he's going to work himself out of this inning.
So that pitch missing low here, and Bourdon still struggling to find the strike zone. Reese Ruth is up, getting loose for the Indians. Right now, if you're an ICC fan, boy, you would love to see a Little Caesars double play get you out of this jam. 1-0 is the count. And that pitch missing outside, where right now, if you're the Eagles, put the bat on your shoulder and say, hey, show me you can throw a strike.
Yeah, they're going to hurry him up down there in the bullpen. I know in this instance, in my opinion, they're going to try to speed up that warm-up process down there. Big, healthy cut right there. Strike one right there. Kind of surprised, to be honest with you, that he swung. Yeah. If I'm Hinds at that point, I'm taking until I get a strike.
So 2-1 now is the count. And that one misses outside. 3-1 now is the count. ICC fans didn't like that one, but I do agree. It was just a little bit too far outside for the umpire's liking.
I agree, too. And if I'm Hinds here, if I'm Smith, I'm taking.
Instead, he takes a healthy chop and a low pitch there. Looked like it would have been ball 4. But now the count goes 3-2.
Well, and hopefully that's helping Bourdon, you know, and knowing that he's getting a little help up there, but he's also throwing some strikes.
And there's swinging a miss for strike 3. Boy, that was a big time out there for Bourdon.
Yeah, I think there was a little help there on the part of Cole Smith to help him get through that, but it is what was needed. I like to see that, and hopefully Bourdon's going to battle back here now and get Johnson out. Going to have a little more confidence boost coming into this batter.
So there's 2 away now. Bases still loaded.
Got it.
And there you talked about it, Brad, getting a little confidence. He's able to paint the corner there for strike 1.
I mean, there's so much mental that goes into the game of baseball. It's unreal. So any little minor glitch or hiccup can cause a situation like that, as now you have strike 2. Fouled that one back to the netting here. Quickly ahead, 0-2. You got to be feeling good if you're Bourdon, but you also, if you're Bain now, got to be aware here and not let a ball get behind you and get to the backstop.
So 0-2 is the count. 2 outs, bases full of Eagles. Pitch coming for Bourdon. Missing low for a ball. 1-2 now is the count. Not a bad spot to miss.
I was going to say that's a good pitch right there. Great pitch. He couldn't get him to chase anything. Still 1-2 count, well ahead.
So waiting this 1-2 offering here to Johnson. That ball's in the dirt. It's going to get away, and that's what you said, Brad. Just one in the dirt that couldn't quite get in front of. Took an unfortunate hop for the Indians. Fortunate hop there for the Eagles as they score the run.
Yeah, it was. It just took one. It was in the dirt. Of course, no swing there on the part of Johnson. Don't blame him. Great eye on his end. It's a 2-ball, two strike, count now. And hit the dirt, kind of just bounced high up and was able to get away far enough from Bain to score the run. Now the Eagles are on the board.
Count is 2-2, and this is going to be a flare out to the second baseman and makes the leaping grab. Dun-dun-dun, as that will end the inning there. Drew Capobianco making a Sports Center-worthy grab to end the inning. But the Eagles were able to put one on the board. Indians get out of the inning with minimum damage done. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. ICC leads this one 6-1. Back with more right after this.
So when are you going to get me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle and the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the bottom of the 4th inning for ICC. It'll be the 8-9-1 batters due up. McCray, Robertson, and back to the top of the lineup in lead.
Number 25, Dre McCray.
So bottom of the 4th here. This game scheduled for 9 innings. Indians lead this best-of-3 series 1-0. as Dre will start us off here. He had a 2-run double, part of that 6-run second inning. Is that pitch of beauty in there for a strike. 0-1 is the count here to Dre. That pitch caught the edge for strike 2.
Yeah, Dre had that big hit, as you mentioned, last time up to bat, and had a 2 RBI double, so I'd love to see him do the same thing right there, and did. Took that breaking pitch, went down and got it. Again, I've talked about it all season. When you got a hot bat, you're going to find a place to put him in the lineup, and that's the reason why Dre McRae is the DH.
Absolutely, as that goes for his second hit. Good job, got behind in the count 0-2. Didn't panic, stayed with it, and picks up his second hit of the game.
Number 9, Ty
Seventh
Robinson.
hit of the game for the Indians, and now this will be Ty Robinson coming to the plate. He popped up on the infield to the third baseman in his only appearance so far. Ty heading to Blue Mountain next season. Looks at that pitch outside for a ball. So you got a runner at first with no outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Indians would like to get that run back that they gave up in the top half of the inning. Snap throw to first, no tag applied. So 1-0 the count here to Ty Robertson. He's playing in center field.
Smoke.
Hammers this one. If it stays fair, it's trouble. Oh, just foul.
Yeah, he smoked that ball, and that if that stayed fair, that's a 2-run shot. So, again, luckily for the Eagles, long strike right there, though, on the Indians' part. I will say again, guess what ICC did in the beginning of this inning? Hey, we got the leadoff batter on.
That's been the key to victory for the Indians so far in this series. 1-1 now is the count.
Smoke.
And this one's going to be down for another hit here for Robertson, and they're going to hold Dre up at second.
Yeah, I mean, I'm liking his bat last night and today, too. He was swinging a good bat yesterday. Again, in that 9-hole, it's so important that you can produce, trying to get on base in that 9-hole, and that's what Robertson's doing. That brings it back to the top of the lineup where you get your number 1 in there, Jackson Lee, coming up the plate. So great job there by Ty Robertson. Indians in good position now with runners at first and second, no outs.
So as you said, no outs, runners at first and second. Top of the lineup here in Jackson Lee. He had a 2-run single. As he's going to show a bunt, it's going to roll down the third base line, goes foul for strike 1.
Yeah, he just kind of tried to drag that thing down the third base line there, unable to do so to paint that line, and so good try there on his end because Jackson does have that speed, so dragging that thing down the third base line if he can, that's a great opportunity because you do have runners at first and second, unable to get that one down. Let's see if he does it again.
So 0-1 is the count with runners on first and second. No outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Swings on this one. It goes foul, and count to go 0-2 now.
Yeah, had that timing down pretty good there. And of course, all of you are going to say, well, he hit that ball foul. Well, he did. It was a breaking pitch. And he caught that pitch as it was coming across the plate, had that timing down, had that front foot down. Did a great job there. He lined it just foul, though.
So 0-2 now is the count here on Lee. Rips that one right back up the middle, but straight to the second baseman. Bobbles it, can't find it. And that's going to be an error on the second baseman. He's trying to argue that he picked the ball up and was on the bag, but the second base umpire pretty much right on top of it there.
Number 34, Matthew Martinez.
So that will be an error on the Eagles.
Yeah, it's he on the second baseman there. Had an opportunity to get a clean double play there and didn't even get an out of it.
Martinez looks at a curveball that slides in there for a strike. Well, I tell you what, if you're Hinds right now, you got to hold your breath. Bases loaded with no outs, and right where the Indians want to be in the lineup now with number 2 batter in the shortstop, Matthew Martinez.
Yeah, and then who's behind him?
Yeah. So waiting the 0-1 pitch here. It's outside. 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, that three-quarter delivery, just and where his body is as far as John David Gunn there on the mound, he's kind of having to throw across his body at times. That one
nearly
painted him, yeah. But again, 2-1 count here. So with that three-quarter style, but tough situation here if you're John David Gunn with no outs.
That pitch missing outside. 3-1 now is the count.
Yeah, and you know there's no place to put Martin Allen, so you're not trying to walk him by any stretch of the imagination. Plus, you don't want to walk him to get to Will Verdon. But he did.
And he did, and that's going to walk in a run. The Indians do get that run back that they gave up in the top half of the inning. They now lead it 7-1. Bases will be loaded here, and Will Verdon, who just hit a 2-run home run, will come to the plate with bases loaded.
Hinds is checking in the bullpen to see if that guy's ready down there. I can't tell who it is, but because of the trees, but they are checking. Don't think he's quite ready. This is not what you want if you're Hinds. With Will Verdon at the plate in this situation, there is no base to put him on.
I'm just going to tell you this in this case. I walk him. I'd much rather give up 1 run than 4.
And
that's
the
ability to do it.
You're right. That's an opportunity, and that's strike one right there. That breaking pitch coming back in on the inside part of the plate, 1-1 count. And you're right. I mean, if you do the math on it, 1 sure is better than 4.
So that count goes 1-1 after that breaking pitch in there for a strike.
They're going to hit him. Well, he did it. Did what you said.
Pretty much put him on in that case. Hit by pitch, and that'll be another RBI on the night here for Verdon, as that will score tie, and the Indians go up 8-1.
I'm going to say that's it for him, and here he comes.
So with that, we're going to take a timeout and be a call to the bullpen brought to you by TM Realtor agent Ricky Murphy. Back with more right after this.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, Roll Tribe!
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, Roll Tribe!
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We do have a call to the bullpen here, brought to you by TM Realtor Ricky Murphy. And when you're creating a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready to make a move into your forever home, call TM Realtor agent Ricky Murphy at 842-3844. That's 842-3844 to discuss your next move. Let's talk about the move that the Eagles just made and the new pitcher coming into the game here.
We got Matthew Azardagan. Hopefully I'm saying that correct. If not, please feel free to chime in and text us and let us know, folks, or on social media. I do want to get the name right. 200-pound, 6'1" freshman out of Madison. Did his pitching at St. Andrews. He does have 11 appearances on the year. He's got 4 wins, 3 losses, 1 complete game, 39 2/3 innings pitched, giving up 37 hits on 27 runs, 15 base on balls to 35 Ks, 3.86 ERA.
And we saw him in the regular season here at ICC as that pitch in the dirt for ball 1. To reset here, bases still loaded for the Indians. 1-0 is the count. This is Jackson Settlemyers, who is 0 for 2, but he did have a pair of 2-run home runs last night. Azardagan came in and pitched a good game against ICC. Actually, both those games were outstanding to wrap up the regular season. As that pitch crossed for a strike, 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, but you're asked to come in a tough situation here with no outs and the bases loaded and some hot bats, and you're facing a batter who hit 2 home runs last night. Not an easy task.
That pitch in there for a strike. 1-2 now is the count.
Yeah, good pitch there, and at the toughness by Azurdagan to come in and go at Jackson Settlemyers. I like it. I like the toughness out of Azurdagan.
So the 1-2 count. And it's going to be hit to the third baseman. Scoops it up, finds it, gets someone at second, trying to turn two, and they do.
He's going to score a run, though, so we did get a run in on that play.
So that will be a 5-4-3 double play. No RBI in that situation.
Number 17,
The rules of baseball say so. But the run did score, as that was Lee that come around to score. Fourth run of the inning, and ICC now leads at 9-1. And so now this will be Bo Rock. Takes a look at that pitch, and it's in there for a strike.
They've still got a run at third now, the Indians do, so, and that is Martin Olich, if I'm not mistaken, that's at third.
So waiting the 0-1 pitch here. Ooh. That one came inside, and boy, I tell you what, if Bo could have timed that one up, he would have hit that one back to Amory.
Yeah, that one was definitely up, floating up in there in the zone right there, and definitely one that if you're Azurdagan, you don't want to flirt with too many times with Bo Rock.
That pitch missing low and outside. 1-2 now is the count.
Yeah, good eye right there, good patience. Again, remember that runner's at third down there. Anything down or, can definitely score that runner at third in Matthew Martin Olich. Got under it.
Pop this one up. Right fielder's going to charge in. Now the second baseman is going to be called off, and that will do it. But the Indians do put 3 runs on the board as they lead it 9-1. We'll take a break and move to the 5th and be back with more right after this.
Ankle sprains are one of the most common sports injuries, with an estimated 25,000 occurring every day in the United States. Sprains can happen with any sport, including just walking across the yard. Ankle sprains are most common in ball sports such as basketball, soccer, volleyball, and others. As with any injury, your body quickly sends blood to start healing the process, which leads to the swelling. Rest, ice, compression, elevation, known as RICE, is a good way to treat an ankle sprain. This decreases the swelling, lessens your pain, and allows your body to heal the injury. Studies have shown that the sooner you return to activity, the better and typically the faster you will recover. Depending on the amount of injury to the ligaments, it may be days, weeks, or even months to return to high-intensity sports. Sometimes recovery may be slow, but if it gets better day by day or week by week, you are on the right path. If the ankle seems to stop improving and you just can't get back to your activities, then it's time to come see us at the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Remember, our story is you.
Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FANB.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the 5th inning. ICC puts 3 on the board there in the home half of the 4th after 1 in the top half to take a 9-1 advantage in this one. And Brad, as we're getting to the 5th inning now, your thoughts on the game so far?
Well, again, going back to the Indians' ability to get runners on, their leadoff batter on in each of the innings. They didn't in the first inning, but after that they've managed to do so, and that's put pressure on Hinds and the Eagles. And, of course, that's ball 1 right there. So far, we've put together 8 hits to their 4. But that long ball by Will Verdung, and then, of course, several other hits that we've been able to put together is just ball 2. Again, has helped the Indians get to an 8-run lead here. Got to be careful here if you're Matt Bourdon, though. Again, I know he flirted with a little disaster last inning as that pitch is popped up to left field, but you want to keep an eye on him.
What a play!
That dang Jackson Lee out there, what a play. Ran that ball down in foul territory, slid, caught that ball. Excellent play. And that's where, though, if you're Matt Bourdon, you say, look, I got a defense behind me that's giving everything they've got. I got 9-1 lead. A defense behind me is giving me all I got. I just need to throw strikes.
Yeah, you see where he's standing at right now, just next to that 365 sign. He probably ran 10 yards beyond the foul line and made a sliding catch. we get our new equipment, we'll be able to see stuff like that in the future.
Smoked.
As that's going to go for a base hit there by Janos. And that'll be a single.
Yeah, just out of reach there of Will Verdung. Again, that was a line shot hit between third and short, more on the third base side, not able to get to
14,
it.
Dylan
Hit on
Coleman.
a rope right there. Good, hard, clean single right there by Tyler Janos. Does put the runner on here. Runner at first, 1 out now.
And so with the runner at first, this will be Coleman, who doubled in his first at bat, popped up to second to end the third, and takes that first pitch outside for a ball. So 1-0 is the count. This pitch is going to be popped up, and it's going to drop, and that's going to be off the wall. This should score a run here, and it's going to be a Davis-Ford double, as they're going to throw it home, and the throw is not going to be in time.
Yeah, the relay wasn't in time. Quicker relay that might have been in time, but it would have been tough out anyway. It did keep the runner at second, though, because it was already a double out of it. Good job there by Hinds to hit a gapper right there in the right center gap. That was Coleman to get that run in. That does bring it in 9-2, and now the Indians get the activity started back in the bullpen.
That was the second Davis-Ford double of the day for Coleman, his first RBI of the evening, and now this is going to be McCarthy at the plate. That ball gets away, and the runner is going to head to third.
Yeah, that got under Bain right there. Normal day, you'd love to see that one being blocked up. It's a tough pitch. It's in the dirt, but you'd love it was in front of him. Just kind of got between his legs there and got under the mitt enough that carried back behind him back there, made it to the backstop back there. Runner advances to third.
And this is going to be popped up to the right side,
It's
and
gonna
it's going to drop, and Hinds, here we come.
Well, we saw it yesterday.
Yep.
You know, we've talked about it. You know, they get a little spark. That's all they need is a little spark. They do have one out. They're going to hurry up down there with the Indians, who they got in the bullpen. I think you said it was Reese Ruth, and probably is. And I'm going to say they're going to speed up his process down there of getting warm.
Third straight hit now by the Eagles, as they're starting to claw their way back into this. It was a great running catch to make the play in foul territory by Lee to erase Chisholm for the first out of the inning. Then a single by Janos.
Wow.
As he doubled, it was Coleman who doubled to score him. He advanced on a pass ball, and then an RBI single by McCarthy. That pitch missing low. 1-1 now is the count. There is a runner at first. Indians would love to turn a Little Caesars double play here to get out of this inning. That pitch across for a strike. 1-2 now is the count.
Yeah, they do. They need a double play or at least a K out of this, but double play would be even better just to get them out of the inning.
Now they got the runner in a rundown.
Gonna get him right there.
And there's the tag. And they just picked the right time to throw over, as that was 1-3 to 6 on the putout for out number 2.
Yeah, big out right there for the Indians. There's no runners on base now, and
this is Benson at the plate. There's going to be a grounder to Rock. He will step on the bag and will get the out. Nice job settling down, finding out number 2, and then there's the routine put out there for out number 3. They do score 2 in the top of the 5th. It makes it 9-3. We'll take a break and come back with the bottom half of the 5th right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a skilled swordsman, a master chef.
Needs more lavender.
A wonder at word games.
2 tries, every time.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Athletic summer camps are back at Itawamba Community College. ICC offers camps in band, baseball, basketball, cheer, soccer, softball, tennis, and volleyball throughout the months of May, June, and July. Spots are limited, and you know they'll be filling up fast. Visit the homepage of letsgoicc.com. That's letsgoicc.com to find a camp for your favorite athlete and register today. Itawamba Community College, the best camp here. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we move now to the bottom of the fifth. Got to give a shout out to Miss Allison Cummings, who is watching here, supporting the Indians. As she's liking what she sees so far, 9-3 Indians with the lead here as we move to the bottom of the fifth inning. We're going to scroll through and see if we can find any Renaissance Bank scoreboard updates. Northeast leads Jones 7-2, and that's after 7 complete.
Number 14, Trey Bain.
Pearl River and Southwest, no score, but they're in a rain delay. They're going to try to start that one back at 5:30. East Mississippi and Meridian, that one don't start till 6. And that's going to be a hit by pitch to start the inning there. Is that Bain?
That was Bain.
Third time the Indians have been hit by a pitch here in this game.
But again, what do we do, Adam?
Got the lead off runner on again.
We accomplished that feat. I think that is a huge, huge key to victory. Everybody's tired of me saying it, tired of hearing it, but it is. And it was a key to victory last night for us. And right now it's a key to a 9-3 lead, in my opinion. That does bring up now Drew Capobianco, who has singled on the day.
And, of course, when we talk about keys to victory, talk about Banco Kelowna. There's a bunt laid down to perfection, and it's going to be just in time.
Yeah, it's a snap play right there. It's normally going to go on the side of the defense right there. I know Coach Collier wanted that call. I know everybody on the Indian side wanted that call and wanted Drew to be safe. Again, it's going to go on the call of the defense. Normally, the majority of the time, it's going to go on that call. They still accomplished what they wanted to accomplish, and it was a sacrifice bunt.
And that sacrifice bunt being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union. Follow them on Twitter at ICCBSU. As this pitch is going to be outside for a ball, as this is Dre McCray. He's been a tough out today here for the Eagles. He's 2 for 2 with a 2-run double and a single. He's also scored a pair of runs.
Yeah, get another one of those gappers here from Dre, and you're going to score a run.
So 1-0 is the count. And that pitch missing outside, 2-0 now. The count here to McCray. So 2-0 is the count. McCray at the plate. Runner at second after that sacrifice bunt.
Good pitch.
That one right down the middle. Look, he's taking the whole way that time.
I think he had to be, or he'd have been cutting down on that one. But I think he was taking either that or he was totally fooled off the pitch right there. But either way, he took. So strike one.
So 2-1 now is the count. McCray hammers this one. Is he going to have enough to get out of here? No, it's going to be off the base of the wall. And they're going to hold the runner at third, but that's going to be another Davis Ford double by McCray.
Yeah, got a hot bat. I mean, I'm just telling you that dude. Now he's taking it to the opposite field to right center out there, and had that not had the pop on it that it had, it would have been caught. The center fielder was there. It had the pop on it to get over his head and get in the gap. Got a stand-up double. Now you still only have one out. You got runners at second and third.
And Ty Robertson coming to the plate here for the Indians. He fouls this one off, and it'll be strike one. He put an absolute charge into a pitch to right field that went foul that would have been out of the ballpark. Had a couple of home runs, I believe, down at Jones. As is a 0-1 count here. Fouls this one back, and now it goes 0-2.
Yeah, quickly down here, 0-2 tie is, but again, only one out. So, kind of the last, the situation that you had with him at first time at bat, you don't want that little fly out, and you sure don't want a strikeout right there because that fly out was to third. So if anything, as that's ball one, he takes ball one, you need something in the outfield. If it's in the air, get it in the outfield, give the opportunity for Bain to tag up at third and get home and get this run in.
So 1-2 is the count after that last pitch missing outside. There's a grounder, Infield in, trying to cut off the run. They'll do so. Soft toss over to first. 4-3 on the putout.
Hit it where he was. Great job by Hinds. Not taking anything away from him. They had the infield in. So held the runners at bay. Not able to advance any nor score that run. Robertson out at first. Brings the second out to the inning there. Now the infield moves back into regular positions here with 2 outs.
This is Jackson Lee at the plate. Had a 2-run single. Last time he was at bat, he reached on an error as this pitch missing outside for a ball.
Yeah, Lee had that big single with the infield in his last at bat when he kind of hit it up the middle there. Of course, short and second weren't able to make a play on that because they weren't deep enough. They were in on the grass, not deep enough in their positions to make a play on it.
Lee fouls this one back. We'll even up the count now at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs is the situation here. We're in the bottom of the 5th. ICC leading 9-3. They've got runners at second and third. Indians would love to see a 2-out hit here by Lee. Awaiting the 1-1 pitch. And that one just missing outside. Frame job couldn't quite reel it in enough. 2-1 now is the count.
Yeah, you don't want all this to be all for naught because, again, Gray Bang got hit, led off the inning, got hit by pitch, and then, of course, you had Dre McCray that come up and get that big double. So you don't want this all for naught as that one's fouled out of play behind the first base dugout back here. Still battling up there. Jackson Lee is at a 2-2 count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. 2s across the board out there.
Sun starting to peek out here in Fulton.
Not really what I expected today, to be honest with you.
Same here. Awaiting the 2-2 pitch.
Oh, woo.
They're going to check him.
I don't think he went.
They said he did. I'm with you, Brad. I don't think he did. But first time they've checked in the tournament, and that will go for a Renaissance Bank strikeout. Tough break there for the Indians. They leave runners on second and third, but they lead it 9-3 as we head to the 6th. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, Roll Tribe!
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head to the top of the 6th inning here. New pitcher in the game for ICC, so we make a call to the bullpen, being brought to you by TM Realtor agent Ricky Murphy. And Brad, tell us about the new pitcher in the game here for the Indians.
You got Reese Ruth, who's a sophomore, 6'2", out of Fulton. Played his ball at IHS. Reese comes into the occasion here with 12 appearances on the year. Got 0 wins, 1 losses, 34 in the third innings pitched, giving up 48 hits, 24 runs, 22 base on balls to 37 Ks with a 5.50 ERA as that's strike 1.
Those stats being brought to you by Samstown Market there in Mantachie. 0-1 is the count, and that one just a little low. 1-1 now is the count here to Hill. It'll be Hill, Lee, and Smith scheduled up here in the top of the 6th.
Pitch.
And that one slid right in there for a strike. 1-2 now is the count.
Yeah, you got 5 out of Matt Bourdon. I think that was good, especially after we knew he got in a little trouble out there. That ball's in the dirt right there. It's going to be ball 2. But Bourdon got into a little trouble back in the 4th inning, came back out in the 5th, wondering whether we'd get another one out of him, and we did. still ran into a little trouble there, gave up a couple of runs there in the 5th, so got out of it as that's ball 3 right there. And so Reese Ruth coming out in this inning, quickly running the count to full. So what the Indians don't want to go and do here is start putting Eagles on base.
3-2 pitch, and this one is hammered if it stays fair. It does not.
Man, what I mean.
That was a big boy shot.
Lord have mercy. That one had to cross the road out there on the access road. But it was foul, luckily for the Indians. That was a long strike. Don't throw that one again is all we can say. But that one's up in the zone, up in his eyes, and, I mean, he saw it and hammered down on it. We got him.
Swing and a miss, 4 strike 3. Nice job bouncing back to get that strikeout, especially after giving up that tank. That's all. I mean, I'm not being insulting, but that was just a monster shot. Remind you of some of those Dustin Lund, Tyreek Reed type home runs back in the day. I'll say this, Rick Collier home runs back in the day, too. So with 1 out now.
Check him.
And they're going to check him, and
There
he says he goes.
Yeah, well, give it back to us.
So 0-1 now is the count. This is Tom Lee at the plate. 0 for 1 with the walk on the evening.
What I've learned, yeah, I like that. What I've learned thus far, if I'm the catcher, we got a right-handed batter up, and there's any lunge right there, anything I think I can, I'm gonna check him as he swings at that high fastball up in his eyes for strike 2. I'm gonna ask the home plate umpire to check him.
Yeah, because he wastes no time. I think he likes to wave at everybody. And he knows, hey, I might not get a chance to call a strike if the Indians win this one, so I'm going to call it now.
It's going to be my turn here.
So 0-2 is the count. Swing and a miss, 4 strike 3.
Big K right there by Reese Ruth coming in here and getting 2 straight Ks. Don't get too comfortable now if you're Indians. Not saying you will, but don't get too comfortable. We know the Eagles have an opportunity, and they have the bats to battle back and provide a spark at any time.
That pitch going to miss low for a ball, as this is Cole Smith at the plate. 0 for 2 with the fly out to left and a strikeout swinging in his most recent at bat. Swing and a miss there. 1-1 now is the count.
I took a little off of that one. So out in front, Cole Smith was there. Got him out on his front foot. 1-1 count.
So the 1-1 pitch here. That one right down the middle. 1-2 now is the count.
Didn't take anything off that one. That was the heater coming in. Caught him off balance. Just didn't draw a swing off that. So quickly ahead, 1-2.
So the 1-2 pitch coming. And it misses low and outside. Ball gets away. Nobody on base to have to worry about there. 2-2 now is the count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Reese Ruth taking over here in the top of the 6th. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Ruth sets him up and sets him down. Passing out some chairs there with 3 straight Renaissance Bank strikeouts. We're going to take a break and be back with more after we hear from Renaissance Bank here on the ICC Sports Network.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a skilled swordsman, a master chef.
Needs more lavender.
A wonder at word games.
2 tries, every time.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Manatee, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Got a little Aerosmith rocking in the background. They're doing their final world tour, I believe. At least I know it's in the United States, so I'll be keeping an eye out for some of those tickets.
Yeah, you and me both.
I'm an Aerosmith guy.
One band I have not seen live, and would be one of those occasions, if you get the opportunity, you'd want to, just to say that, hey, I saw them.
So this will be Matthew Martin-Knowledge taking that pitch for a ball. I got to see him at the old Pyramid. Remind me between innings, I'll tell you a story about that I can't tell over the air. I mean, I could, but have to be edited a little bit.
We ain't got time for that.
So 1-0 is the count. Martin-Knowledge hits this one. Right fielder's going to go back and just makes the play on it. Right spot at the right time there. Line out to start the inning by Marty. And now let's bring up Will Verdon.
Yeah, good bat on ball right there for Martin-Knowledge. Good solid lick right there where it was able to get out there, but it was right at the right fielder. But one thing to consider, that sunshine has popped out here. They have been playing under cloudy skies, overcast skies. Now you got the sun. Going to be in the eye adjustment out there.
So Verdon stands in, takes that first pitch on the outer edge for a strike. 0-1 is the count. He has walked. He hit a 2-run monster home run and then was hit by a pitch with bases loaded in his last at-bat. And nearly hit by the pitch there. 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, this is, of course, they don't have to pitch to him here if they did not want to, but, I like it. If you're Azurdagan, go at him.
So the 1-1 pitch. Flare to the right side. Right fielder's going to jog over, camp underneath this one, and gets the second straight put out of the inning.
Yeah, just drove that pitch where it came from, out on the outside part of the plate there. Took it to right field, which is what you would want, but just got under it just a little bit too much, hitting that bottom side of that ball a little too much, getting underneath it just slightly. So didn't have the drive behind it that home run he had earlier in the game.
Now this is Jackson Settlemeyer digging in, takes that first pitch high for a ball.
One player that they have cooled off from last night so far. Doesn't mean that he can't heat back up.
1-0 is the count. 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the 6th. That pitch missing low and outside for a ball. ICC leading this one 9-3. So they've done a good job of answering the bell each time that Hinds had something going, although they haven't answered the 2 runs from last time. If this stays fair, and it's foul.
Yeah, that was a good idea right there, and good solid contact there by Settlemeyers. Pitch kind of up right there a little bit, and he was able to turn on that just a little too much, too quickly. Foul ball. That is strike one, I guess.
Yeah, it is. Okay. 2-1 is the count with 2 outs. We're confused by the sun being out is what it is.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this.
So 2-1 is the count. Settlemeyers at the plate. 2 outs and nobody on. That pitch missing outside. 3-1 now is the count here to Jackson.
Yeah, good eye right there. Good eye. Don't be overly aggressive at the plate. Base runners.
So waiting the 3-1 offering here. Pitch on its way, and
good frame job.
Yep, I say good job pulling that one back in and getting the strike call. You can fuss all you want, but the umpire's been pretty consistent on both sides of the plate this afternoon. 3-2 now is the count. Swing, get a miss, 4 strike 3. And that's going to be a 3-up, 3-down inning. And if I'm not mistaken, the first time today that the Indians have gone 3-up and 3 down. We've played 6. ICC leads at 9-3. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
When I think of ICC, I think about home.
The moment I stepped on campus, I knew it was a perfect fit.
It helped me find my true self.
It has opened doors for me that I didn't even know existed.
Everyone here wants you to succeed.
I was able to get involved here and make a real difference.
I've met my closest friends here.
There's something for everyone to be involved with.
I've gained skills to succeed in the workforce.
It's been the best experience.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We head now to the top of the 7th inning. ICC with a 9-3 lead, but still a lot of outs to be collected in this game. And with these bats of Hinds, you just don't feel comfortable with even though it's a 6-run lead, we know Hinds can get hot in a hurry just like the Indians can, so you really don't feel comfortable till this thing's over with.
No, definitely don't. You know, you definitely like more runs on the board if you're the Indians. And, of course, because, again, Hinds has that capability, as we've talked about, and they did yesterday, to quickly climb their way back into a matchup as well as gain some momentum as that first pitch is grounded too short. Martinelli separated, did all he could with that. That's going to be an E6 right there on Martinelli. That was one of those, the ball hits the ground. It's kind of one of those, you call it a worm burner.
Yep.
It just kind of stays low and doesn't really start hopping.
Number 8,
and those are the hardest kind to read because you don't know when it's going to take that hop. And when it did, it got to Martinelli and just wasn't able to pop his glove up in time. So E6, runner gets on.
So Chisholm will come to the plate now. Looks at that pitch missing low for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Well, he was robbed of an at-bat after a outstanding running catch in foul territory by the left fielder for the Indians in his last at-bat. It's that pitch missing low for a ball. Struck out swinging, and he singled to start the game, but was left stranded at third. So the Indians have done a good job of keeping one of the fastest players kind of quiet so far as that one paints the corner for a strike. 2-1 now is the count.
I would almost say one of the fastest players in MACCC baseball right now.
Yeah.
When you got 30 steals in a year. Well, he got one last night.
He did.
I think with us, so he got 31. That's saying something. Could be a double play, but you never know.
There's one, and no, can't get it.
Well, that's tough with him. I'm going to tell you, that's Chisholm. Yeah. So that's tough. He's got wheels, I'm telling you. So, again, got the lead runner out. Good for ICC right there to get the lead runner out. So, I take that and go to the house.
Yeah, it's one of those, like, if you double him up, you've done something.
You've done something.
Because that was just a lot of speed there. And, again, you hear kind of some Uggs out of the ICC crowd. You just got to respect the kid and his speed.
He does.
There's going to be a flare, and that's going to drop and probably will go from first to third. Will Chisholm? Yes, he will easily. And the throw will be cut off. And now the Eagles, as we said, getting something going here with runners on the corners.
Yeah, great cut right there by Martinelli to snag that because it did not need to go all the way through to Verdun because that would have given Janus the opportunity to make the turn, possibly get to second, depending upon a bobble or anything or a pass ball getting past Verdun. Good job there by Martinelli to cut that. You got a first and third situation here for Hinds.
That pitch across for a strike. That last hit was the second hit of the game for Janus, his second single. So 0-1 is the count. One out, runners on the corners here for the Eagles. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, way out in front of that. Way out in front of that off-speed pitch there was Coleman. And a tough out on the day, as you mentioned. He's got 2 doubles on the day and got an RBI.
So waiting the 0-2 pitch here. That one rocks him inside a little bit. 1-2 now is the count. Got to be careful with Coleman. He's got 2 doubles, as you mentioned. So we know he's got some bat and some power to him. 1-2 pitch in the dirt. Nice job blocking that one up. Runner, though, will advance to second. I don't mind that. Let the runner go to second, long as the one don't score.
Now, I'd eat that any day right there. When you know who you got at third base there with Chisholm, you got him at third, I'm eating that all day.
And so now the count will go 2-2 here to Coleman. Runners at second and third. Indians lead this one 9-3 in the top of the 7th. Grounder to the left side, and that will score the run. The throw will be in time. The runner not able to advance from second. 6-3 on the putout. Does drive the run in there.
Yeah, and you just got to give that up right there. There's no play at home, and Martinelli knew it. He did give a look to to Chisholm there at third, give him a look, but still he knew he was going home. Everybody in the ballpark knew he was going home off the bat. Throw it over to first, get the out.
And when you're playing with house money leading the way you are, you can afford to let that one go. But then there's another pass ball that allow the runner to advance to third, and
that did not help any.
No, that's not what you're looking for.
So this is McCarthy up, who's the DH, right? Yes, okay. So now, like you say, you got a runner at third, 9-4. Again, the Eagles still just chipping away here, slowly and surely, chipping away at this lead that the Indians have.
This one's going to be fouled back, out of play. 1-1 now is the count.
Good breaking pitch right there. Now the Indians, for those at home, they have not put any runs on the board since the bottom of the fourth. So they've been blank the last 2 innings. That's going to get through.
Ball, and that's going to get through, and that's going to be another run there for the Eagles. And we talked about this, folks. The Eagles, they've got some hot bats too, and they are starting to heat back up here. Second straight RBI single. And it's now a 9-5 contest with 2 outs, and Benson, who doubled back in the fourth, coming to the plate.
Same as yesterday, we knew that they had this ability. It's never a given, as that ball is going to be foul right there. Bo Rock did field that and knocked it down over there.
Break for the Eagles.
It is. Break for the Eagles. You're exactly right, because that would have been out number 3 in the inning. But you're exactly right. Right now, Indians got to get back in. Got to get this third out, get back in there and find the bats back.
So 0-1 is the count after that foul ball. Just fouled down the first baseline. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Healthy chop there by Clay Benson.
Yeah, quickly ahead here is Reese Ruth, 0-2 in this count. So you can afford not to keep anything close here. See if you can get him to chase something.
So the 0-2 pitch on its way. This one popped up.
Could be trouble.
Shallow left field. Martin Olich goes back and makes the play.
Good job.
Couldn't tell if he ever picked up the ball that time. That's the reason I was kind of like you. Could have been trouble. But Marty reels it in and gets the out. But not before 2 more runs put on the board by the Eagles. They make it 9-5 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Manatee, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Does Little Caesars know when to bring back pretzel crust?
I'm sure they've got it down to a science.
Do something. Come on.
Pretzel Pete has busted a move. Pretzel crust is back!
Yeah, nah, they definitely know what they're doing.
The crust the world craves is back at Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the bottom of the 7th inning.
Number 17,
ICC leading this one 9-5, but the Eagles slowly but surely creeping their way back into this one, as it'll be Bo Rock, Gray Bain, and Drew Capobianco due up here for the Indians in the bottom of the 7th. Rock will dig in. At first pitch, missing low, gets away. Nobody on base to have to worry about there. Ball 1.
Yeah, Azardagan's done a good job of coming in and kind of quieting the bats of the Indians here. So hats off to him and the job he's done in coming in relief today for the Eagles.
So 1-0 is the count. That pitch drifts high. 2-0 now, the count.
Yeah, Rock's had an opportunity today, and he's done well there, where he's led off 2 innings I know of, and he's got on base both of those. So we'd love to see him get on base here this inning and lead off this inning.
Fouls this one back, and 2-1 now is the count. Bo, being a power hitter, comes with good patience. You usually don't see guys that can hit for power that has the type of patience he has at the plate to work himself into hitters' counts.
He's got a good eye, got good patience, as you say, up there at the plate. Always has, he grounds that one to short. Good positioning there. That was going to be
Tag got him and
pulled him off. Throw from short, pulled the first baseman off. First baseman able to turn around and make the tag on Bo because it pulled him off first.
Number
But
14,
the way they were playing Bo out in defense right there is what helped get that out right there, because they generally play Bo to pull. Most teams do, and so short was kind of shaded toward the middle.
So this is Bain who pops this one straight up, back and out of play over the top of us here in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth. Remind you, if you'd like to find out how you can contribute to ICC baseball, you can visit iccms.edu/Indian Club. As Bain looks at that pitch in there for a strike, and it's now 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Bain, who was hit by a pitch in his last at-bat, will be looking for this 0-2 offering here.
Yeah, he went
Couldn't check himself up. He's going to tag him for the out. So that will count as a Renaissance Bank strikeout. That is the 3rd for the Hinds pitcher
number
here.
35, Drew Capabianco.
Azardagan. So now with 2 outs, this will be Drew Capobianco. He had a sacrifice bunt. His last time up, popped up in foul territory to the third baseman, singled and scored a run in his first at bat.
Yeah, you'd love to see if we get Capobianco on here again, because coming up after him is a hot bat in this game with Dre McCray.
So 1-0 is the count. That pitch missing on the outer edge. That one follows suit, this time up high. 2-0 now is the count. Got Bo Rock's second biggest fan cheering up here in the press box with us.
Second biggest fan.
Yes.
Know that. And it's Roxy.
So the 2-0 pitch is coming. That one finds the edge for a strike. 2-1 now is the count.
Good eye, good patience up there. Again, it's a 2-1 count there for Drew, but would love to either draw a walk or get a single here.
This one popped up. Shallow center field. Now the left fielder, man, that ball had a big-time wicked hook to it as it carried over to left. But the Indians back-to-back innings now of a 3-up, 3-down inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. The Eagles heating up here. Can the Indians find a way to cool them off? Or, excuse me, we'll head to the 8th and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
First American offers online and mobile banking features to make your banking experience easy and safe. Activate or deactivate your debit card as needed, attach images to your transactions, apply travel notices to your account, and make person-to-person payments. You can even set up text alerts to guard against unauthorized spending or just to monitor your account balance. The best part is that you can bank anytime, anywhere. At First American National Bank, get that hometown feel the high-tech touch.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the 8th inning. And it'll be Hill, Lee, and Smith scheduled up here for the Eagles. So still Ruth on the hill here for the Indians. Indians lead at 9-5, but the Eagles starting to heat up and climb their way back into this one. That pitch across for a strike, 0-1 now is the count here to Hill. He struck out swinging. He was actually the first batter that Ruth saw, as that one just missing outside for a ball.
1-1 count. That first pitch was a good breaking pitch there by Reese Ruth to drop that one in for strike one.
1-1 pitch coming here, and that one's going to be a little low. 2-1 now is the count. So 2 balls, 1 strike, and no outs is the situation.
There it is.
Swing and a miss. 2-2 now is the count.
Yeah, good pitch there. 2-2 count now.
So nobody on as Hill leads us off, and a little nubber here is going to be trouble. Reese bare hands but can't find it. I'm going to call that an infield single.
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, because Hill just got a piece of it enough to chop it down there. Basically worked the same as a surprise bunt in a sense. And so I give that a single as well.
Number 2,
and
Tom Lee.
They lead off again here. The Eagles leading off the inning with getting their leadoff batter on. Flipping the script on the Indians here of what was success to us now is becoming success to them, getting their leadoff batters on.
That is the 10th hit of the game. They now overcome the Indians on hits in the
There's
contest. And there's another one that's just going to be a little flare out to right field and to be runners on first and second with no outs.
Yeah, well placed again. Good job there by Tom Lee of going with the pitch and getting that ball out there. And Rick Conyers is going to make a mound visit here. There's no one in the bullpen, but good job there by Tom Lee to go with that pitch, drive it in between first and second, get a single. Now you got runners at first and second, no outs.
We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Playing on tour takes years of dedication, hours of practice, focused precision, and nerves of steel. That's how you become great at the game, but not how you should bank. That's why Allie Ewing chose Renaissance Bank. Their easy-to-use app makes banking a breeze, no matter where she is. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And from my family, Roll Tribe!
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We do have a call to the bullpen being brought to you by Tommy Morgan, real estate agent Ricky Murphy. New pitcher in the game here, Dr. Boggs.
Will Verdung coming in, so he'll be moving from third to the mound while Dre McCray, who's in the DH position, comes in at third. Verdung out of Corinth, played his ball at Corinth High School, 8 innings pitched on the year, does a lot of relief appearances for us, and 4 wins, 1 loss, 2 saves this year, 12 2/3 innings pitched, 11 hits given up, 6 runs, 7 base on balls, 11 Ks, 4.26 ERA.
And so he will dig in with no outs, runners at first and second, and he'll be greeted by Cole Smith. Smith 0 for 3 on the day with a pair of strikeouts. We're in the top of the 8th inning. ICC leading this one 9-5. That pitch finds the corner for a strike. We do want to thank one of the fans watching at home that told someone to come up, help us out with Matthew Azardigan's name.
Trying to get it right, folks.
Yes,
I appreciate y'all doing that. Again, I hate to butcher anyone's name, and so as that first, as not that first pitch, but that pitch is lined and skied out to the left. Jackson Lee
try to tag the
making
runner, and he will tag. The throw will be cut off and knocked down by Martin Knowledge, and now to be runners on the corners with 1 out.
Yeah, that was well deep enough to tag the guy at second up because, again, it was driving Jackson Lee backwards. He was on his back foot, so he wasn't able to come up to make that catch and make that crow hop throw in the third. So, again, when it had him on his back feet backpedaling, it's a great time to tag up.
And now this will be Johnson coming to the plate with runners on the corners. That first pitch high for a ball, 1-0 is the count. There's 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning. Verdung has taken over. He's the third pitcher of the evening here for ICC. Hinds has also went 3 deep.
Ooh.
And this is trouble.
That's bad.
Deep ball, left field, and it's off the wall. And then Lee slips down. This is going to try to score 2. The throw is going to be well off the line. This will allow the runner to go to third.
Somebody better cover home. I
A big-time hit there, folks. And as we said, don't go anywhere. These Hinds bats can get hot in a second.
So that's a double.
2-run double makes it a 9-7 game now.
Yeah, he smoked that, and the Indians are lucky that that didn't get out of the park, because off the bat it looked like that one could get out of the park easily.
Number 8,
and so it did keep the Indians with a 2-run lead as opposed to 1.
And now the tying run coming to the plate here in Chisholm. That pitch in there for strike. 0-1 is the count. Chisholm, a dangerous bat at the plate. One of the top leadoff men in the country. That pitch missing outside. 1-1 now is the count. He reached on a fielder's choice, scored a run in his last at bat. There's a slow roller to third. They're going to look the runner back. Throw across the way is in time. Really surprised he didn't try to score that run there.
Yeah, he wasn't even up the line far enough because Dre McCray didn't even give him a look right there. Of course, Dre was more worried about fielding the ball and throwing to first. I think he was a little concerned about whether he was fielding it cleanly enough or not, and he got the speed of Chisholm on the top of that. So he was a little concerned about that, rightfully so. And Johnson wasn't even down the line far enough to even try.
There's a breaking pitch across for a strike, and this is Janis coming to the plate. He's hit back-to-back singles. As there's a ground ball, and that one's going to get through. And that's going to score the run. And another clutch hit there by Tyler.
Yeah, that's, again, 3 singles right there, back-to-back for Janis right there. And so able to pull within 1, and now all of a sudden you've got a 9-8 game. Hinds now racking up 13 hits to Etowama's 9. So got to get this third out, Adam, and get out of here and get back in there and see if we can find our bats.
That breaking pitch in there for a strike, and here comes trouble in Coleman. He's got a pair of doubles today. He grounded out in his last at bat, but still drove in a run. That pitch finds a little bit of the strike zone. Called a strike. 0-2 now is the count.
Yeah, a lot of life right now in the Hinds dugout on the side of Hinds over there, Hinds fans, as there should be.
That pitch high and outside for a ball.
Yeah,
1-2 is the
release
count.
was off on that, Adam, and of course his front foot where it landed was high and outside. Something wasn't right there on all of that.
So 1-2 now is the count with 2 outs and a runner at first. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there, but the Eagles are clawing their way back into this one. It's a 1-run contest as we'll head to the bottom of the 8th. ICC nursing a 9-8 lead. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We head now to the bottom of the 8th inning. Hinds storming their way back in this one. They have rattled off 7 unanswered runs to make it a 9-8 contest as we head here to the bottom of the 8th. Zardigan still on the hill here. Again, we do thank those that relayed the correct way of pronouncing his name. That's the big thing, you know. Of course, we get unique names to come through the area. We want to make sure we say their names right out of respect for the hard work that these kids put in. And he's been solid as he has kept the Indians' bats quiet. He's only given up one hit, has struck out 3. And that one hit belongs to the guy coming to the plate now. It was a double by McCray, but he was left stranded.
Yeah, excellent job that he's done coming in. And Indians got to find the bats this inning and try to get some of those insurance runs there, Adam, going in, so they'll have them going into the ninth.
When we talk about those insurance runs, we talk about your State Farm insurance agent, Brandon Poland, for all your insurance needs, whether it be home, auto, or life. Stop by and see Brandon there on South Adams Street. Just look for the big red State Farm sign with his name on it. Brandon proud to be a part of tonight's broadcast. 2-0 is the count here to McCray. He takes the whole way on that one. 3-0 now is the count.
Yeah, and he'll be taking right here too, because the Indians need base runners any way you can get them. If we can scrap one across, especially 2 across this inning, that would be phenomenal.
So 3-0 pitch, and that one's high, and it'll be a leadoff walk, and the good night continues here for McCray. So he's 3 for 3 with the walk now, and this will be Ty Robertson coming to the plate.
Number 9,
Ty is 1 for 3 on the evening. He did put a charge into one that just went foul, or well, actually it did not just go foul. It was long enough to get out of the ballpark, was in foul territory, and
yeah, they're going to have a mound visit here, and
interesting.
I fully expect I may be wrong here, but I'm thinking bunt situation here out of Robertson.
And that may be what they're talking about here in this case, is we'll keep it here real quick.
But I may be wrong, and Rick may be changing now because if, coaching, you may be thinking, well, they're going to play the bunt, but you got a left-handed hitter in Robertson who can drag that thing, who can lay that bunt down, and he is on the left-handed side of the plate, so he's got speed. It's a matter of whether you choose to do a bunt and run here now with Dre McCray at first. Do you do a bunt and run? So, in other words, the runner takes off on the pitch, kind of like a hit and run, where you got to get that bunt down, though, if you do that. It's timely. So, kind of see what call you come up with here, and a little coaching going on both sides right here, right now, Adam.
Yeah, and Coach Dan Reeves, he's been in the league a long time, so he's played a lot of games against Coach Collier, so probably just wanting to refer back to some of those situations he's seen in the past there. So no outs and a runner on first. They do show the bunt, and he attempted at it, so that'll be strike 1.
Okay, so it was not a bunt and run in that situation because Dre held at bay back there. Because again, a bunt and run too. If you pop it up, then you're talking about a double play. It's tough.
It's going to show bunt again. This time he lays it down, and it's perfect bunt. Only throw is going to be to first.
Good job by Ty Robertson. It was not a bunt and run situation. Again, Dre McCray's job was to make sure that bunt got on the ground. As soon as he saw that bunt hit the ground, he took off, and that's what the job was right there. That's your sacrifice bunt, Adam.
That sacrifice bunt being brought to you by the ICC Wesley Foundation. They're located right across the street at the right across the street from the Davis Event Center. They meet Tuesday nights during the school year. And that pitch is a strike as we're back to the top of the lineup here in Jackson Lee.
Yeah, got back to the top of the lineup here. This is where you want that bunt to have paid off, that sacrifice bunt to have paid off. At least get the runner over to third as that breaking pitch gets in there for strike 2. Lee quickly down 0-2.
Yeah, Zardigan has quickly bounced back and gotten ahead in the count here, 0-2. There's a ground ball to the right side, and will advance the runner to third, 4-3 on the putout. So now it's on the Indians to find a way to come up with a 2-out hit here off the bat of Matthew Martin-Knowledge.
Well, he did what he needed to do right there. Now, again, you say, well, he got it out. That's the second out of the inning. It is. It's the best thing. If you're going to get an out, he hit the ball to the right side, grounded it to the right side, enabled Dre McCray to take off on the hit and easily get to third. Now you got the runner at third with Martin-Knowledge up to bat.
And Martin-Knowledge is due. He is 0 for 3 with the walk. As that breaking pitch just misses. Don't know where it missed. That looked good, but caught a ball.
Yeah, 1-0 count here. So Martin-Knowledge, like you say, is due today. And Love to see him drop a single in there somewhere or double and get this run in as that ball is outside. Good job back there by Janis to get his body out in front of that ball, block it up. Anything going to the backstop, McCrae's probably coming in.
Yeah, you got a lot of room in between home plate and that backstop here at Crescent Field. 2-0 is the count here to Marty. And he swings on this one, pops it up, and foul out of play. 2-1 now is the count.
Yeah, missing that pitch right there, and so it does produce strike one here on Martin Knowledge. Got to get on top of that ball.
So 2-1 is the count. And this is going to be a flare out to the right side. Right fielder will camp underneath it. And a big out there. Second time that Martin Knowledge has lined out to right field in back-to-back attempts. Well, we're going to head to the top of the ninth. The Indians hanging on to a one-run lead. Can they find a way to close the door on this one and pick up the series-clinching win here in Game 2? We'll find out after a break. Back with more right after this.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Manatee, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We move to the top of the ninth inning. ICC leading this one 9-8. Will Verdung on the hill. It'll be McCarthy, Benson, and Hill scheduled up. That pitch missing low for a ball.
Yeah, they're going to make Etowama earn it right now if they're able to pull this out here in this inning. They're going to make Etowama earn it.
And that pitch is going to miss low for a ball. 2-0 now is the count. You said it, Brad. The Eagles' bats have gotten hot here late. But this is going to be hit, and it's going to be down for extra bases. And that's going to be a Davis Ford double to start the inning, and the tying run is in scoring position. That is the third hit of the game there for McCarthy.
Yeah, and let's see who's up to bat here. You got Benson. I think you're looking at a bunting situation here again. If you're Hinds, you got a left-handed batter up here. You can drag this ball down the first base line. Potentially. So if they're not bunting, I'm surprised.
Well, the tying run is at second. No outs. Benson at the plate. He is 1 for 4 today. He doubled back in the fourth inning, scored a run on a pass ball. He popped up to short in his most recent at-bat, grounded out to first. Also grounded out 3-1 in his first at-bat. Swing and a miss, strike two.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I told you I would be, and he's down 0-2, and they didn't even try to. He didn't even square around. So they know something I don't. Again, but that, my opinion right there. I would have thought they would try to get the bunt down and move the runner to third.
So 0-2 is the count. Checks the runner at second. Swing and a miss for strike three. Clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there. First out of the inning. Second strikeout of the game for Verdung.
Yeah, right now you got Hill coming up, who has singled twice today, Adam. So
he's 2 for 3 with a strikeout. He was also hit by a pitch.
Did he face Verdung in the 8th?
He did.
Okay, so he got a single off Verdung.
Or no, excuse me, he did not.
Oh, okay.
He was the next to last batter
He swung through that pitch, 0-1 right there. That was outside. Good pitch by Verdon. Had good movement.
So 0-1 is the count here to Hill. Fouls this one off, and now the count is 0-2.
Good off speed right there. Had him out in front of that pitch right there, so he's down 0-2. Don't keep anything here in the zone close, in my opinion, here for Verdon. But again, Bain, got to be on your toes back there behind the plate.
So 0-2 is the count. One out. Tying run at second here. Swing and a miss for strike three. Back-to-back Renaissance Bank strikeouts there from the Southern Miss signee. And now high drama here in Fulton. Indians down to their final out to punch their ticket to the Region 23 tournament. And it's Lee coming to the plate with the tying run at second. He is 1 for 3 on the day with a walk. His last time up did single and scored a run. Verdon on the hill trying to get the save. Swing and a miss, strike one.
Yeah. And you got to like that leadership ability coming out right now. And, you know, you put the guy on the mound who wants the ball, and you always going to know that Will Verdon wants the ball.
0-1 is the count, 2 outs. Tying run at second. 9-8 is your score. Indians with the lead. Breaking pitch hangs up a little high. 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, don't leave that up too high. Glad that was out of the zone. Let's not leave that floating up there too much for any of these hitters right now who are hot. Yes, we do have 2 Ks right now, but they're still hot.
1-1 is the count. Runner at second taking a little bit more of a lead here. Verdon's pitch. That one misses high. 2-1 now is the count.
I'd like for him to get that breaking pitch down. Either that or we're just not going to throw it anymore and go to an off speed or a changeup of some sort. But love for him to get that breaking pitch down a little more in the zone.
So 2-1 now is the count. 2 outs. Runner at second. 9-8 is the score in the top of the ninth. That ball blocked up. Runner's going to try to go to throw and, third. No throw. And now the tying run a little bit closer.
Yeah, Bain able to block that one, just kind of defended himself and got his body out there and just kind of knocked it down with his mitt. That's all he could do, and the ball was luckily out in front of him and stayed there. Didn't go to the backstop. Runner advances to third.
3-1 pitch is high, and that's going to be a walk. So a 2-out walk issued there. Runners on the corners now here with the go-ahead run at first. And this is going to be Cole Smith coming to the plate.
Coach Collier's going to make a mound visit.
And Coach Collier's wanting to come out and talk things over here. Tight situation here. 9-8 is your score. 2 outs in the top of the ninth inning. ICC 1 out away from heading to Eunice for the Region 23 tournament. Quick timeout. Back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
How do we know you'll love pretzel crust? Because this person begged us to never tease them again about their precious pretzel crust. Well, guess what? Pretzel crust is back! Or is it? Nah, seriously, it's back. Maybe. No, it's back.
Pizza.
Maybe.
And welcome back. A brief timeout there. Boy, I tell you what, I would have loved to have been in that conversation with Coach Collier. As you can tell, it was a spirited one, trying to get his guys fired up here for this third out.
Yeah, I'm going to say some of it had to do, too, with the first and third situation here and to be on your toes in the event they try to get this run home here with the first and third offense. So that's ball one. But I'm going to say some of the conversation had to center around that and the way they were going to play this first and third defensively.
So 1-0 is the count here as this is Cole Smith. Tying run is at third here in the top of the ninth. 9-8 is the score. Off-speed pitch popped up. Bo Rock drifting over in foul territory. Now cutting back, squeezes it for the out, and the Indians win it 9-8 to punch their ticket to the Region 23 tournament in 2 weeks in Eunice. Dr. Boggs, big game there, big out. Bo Rock recording that last out, and the Indians season rolls on.
Yeah, big out again. We knew that Hinds, and we said it from the beginning of the game. We said it after Etowamba put 9 on the board. That you definitely cannot count this Hinds team out. They are scrappy. I think you said it yesterday when you were talking about their overall record. Their overall record is not an indication of the type of team that they are. They're a well-coached team out there with Coach Reeves, well-coached. and they are scrappy, and they're going to put the hits together. They're going to put the ball in play, and they've got good pitching. And so all the credit in the world to them. They just came up short here in Fulton. And again, that last out, huge for the Indians. But I'll send it back to you, Adam, if you're going to. I don't know if you plan to take a break or not.
Yes, we're going to take a break and come back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report. The Indians win a thriller here, 9-8 in Game 2 over Hinds. Back with more right after this.
Playing on tour takes years of dedication, hours of practice, focused precision, and nerves of steel. That's how you become great at the game, but not how you should bank. That's why Allie Ewing chose Renaissance Bank. Their easy-to-use app makes banking a breeze, no matter where she is. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Manatee, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
And welcome back to the Renaissance Bank postgame report. ICC wins it by the final score of 9-8 to take the best-of-3 series 2-0 over Hinds. We do want to tip our cap to the Hinds Eagles, even though their season's coming to an end. Boy, there's no doubt about the heart and the fight that was in this Eagles ball club.
Yeah, definitely do. Again, a great team there, well-coached team, a good set of individuals there, great players, a lot of talent there on that team, a lot of scrappiness, and we've talked about it. So you definitely tip your hat to them and the season that they had. Yes, it does end today, but they've got a lot to be proud of, in my opinion, out there at Hinds. They've got a great coach, as I mentioned, and so they got a lot of good things going for them. It just did not work out here in Fulton, and the Indians were able to get the sweep here.
Taking a look at some Little Caesars highlights from today's game as ICC wins it, final score of 9-8. Let's take a look at your final line on the evening. 8 runs, 14 hits, 1 error for the Eagles. ICC 9 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. Hinds falls to 27-24 on the season. Indians improved to 35-11 and punched their ticket to the Region 23 tournament down at LSU Eunice in 2 weeks. Well, Brad, I know you talked about it a little bit before we went to the break, but let's get your opinion on today's game. And, of course, when we talk about that, this is being brought to you by the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Well, you look out there at the scoreboard. They beat us in hits. I got 14 hits to 9 hits. The Hinds had the hits. All that came there in the final innings there. ICC came out hot just like we did yesterday. Similar, again, very similar feel both games to yesterday with both games. This one closer, and this one having the opportunity to them go ahead, them tie, whatever here in the 9th inning, and they just couldn't pull it out. So, ICC came out hot. I think Bourdon gave it all he had there at the beginning there and was able to get us through, I think, 4 or 5 innings out of that. And then, of course, Herbison and then John David Gunn, that, they ran into some difficulties there as they did. But trying to Azardigan. Thank you. I apologize, folks, on this post. I apologize. But Azardigan, and I want to say that correctly, did a fantastic job. Hats off to that young gentleman for what he did. Look out there, Adam. You see zeros across the board for Etowamba after inning number 4. Zeros across the board, and that's due to Azardigan and the great pitching performance that he turned in today for the Hinds Eagles. It was just a little bit too short for them. Now, ICC, they got a week off. Of course, any team is going to have after this week because the Region 23 tournament does not start till the week after next. So a lot of practice has got to come in. You got to take and build on what you have here. I'm going to say this, and I'll leave it at this, and talking about ICC now, if those bats stay hot like they are, if they can get that pitching and ensure that pitching is going to last and hold up week after next, they can go a long way in the Region 23 tournament. It's tough down there in Eunice, and it's a tough environment for anyone who hadn't been. I welcome you to join us down there because it is great baseball down there, and it's a great atmosphere, but it's tough. And so, they can go places, they can go further in that tournament. And so I look forward to that and look forward to Etowamba. Great season. Hats off to Coach Collier and Coach McCrory. Congratulations on a huge victory today to get the sweep, ready to move on. And then hats off to these freshmen and these sophomores who are well deserving of this to come in and just get as hot as they did at the end of the year and have that carry on. And as bad as I hate to say it, of course, I know we're not totally finished, but our last broadcast of the year here for baseball, because, again, they're going down to the Region 23 tournament, so I have thoroughly enjoyed that and our time together up here through doing these broadcasts.
Absolutely, and a good nod to these sophomores playing their last game here at Crescent Field, leaving it with a hard-fought W. Very emblematic of how this team has been throughout the season as well. Let's take a look at some stats from today's game. We already give you the final line, and we're going to look down the line here. You look at guys from Hinds. Chisholm had a hit. I tell you what, he's been a tough out for the Indians, but the Indians did a good job of keeping his bat quiet. He did reach on a fielder's choice and score a run. Janus, he got hot late, had 3 straight singles to end his contest. He did have an RBI single and scored a run as well. Dylan Coleman had a pair of doubles, had 2 RBIs and a run scored. Take a look at McCarthy. He had 3 hits. All 3 of his last at-bats, he had an RBI single, and he doubled. And he was that tying run there in the top of the 9th that was left stranded at third. Clay Benson had a double. Hill, he had 2 singles, scored a run, was hit by a pitch. And then you had Tom Lee, who had a single, scored a run. Then it was Johnson, who had a 2-run double in his last at-bat. He also reached on an error as well. For the Indians, it was Jackson Lee. He had a 2-run single. Martin Knowledge had a tough day as he reached on a bases-loaded walk to have an RBI. Will Verdong, his only hit of the day, well, it was a little historic as he moved into a tie with legendary names like Tyreek Reed, Dustin Lunn, and Josh Graham for the most home runs in a single season with 15. He also has the most career home runs, tied with a guy by the name of Tyreek Reed, who is playing some minor league ball right now, with 25 career home runs. That was hit today. It was a 2-run home run. He was also hit by a pitch with bases loaded as well. Then it was Bo Rock, who had a single. He walked and scored a run. Gray Bain had a single, scored a run. He was also hit by a pitch. Drew Capobianco, he had a single and a sacrifice bunt, scored a run. And then Dre McCray, what a day for that young man. 3 for 3, 2 doubles, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs, and a walk. And Ty Robertson, he had a single and a sacrifice bunt. He also scored a run. The win would go to Matt Bourdon because the Indians never trailed on the day. The save to Will Verdong. So we still got a little meat on the bones. Talk about here. We got to pick our star of the game. And Brad, I'm going to let you do that. The star of the game is being brought to you by Sam's Town Market.
Yeah, and before I do that, I do want to say this because it is kind of rather it's just a good moment, but it's also kind of one of those moments that you come to here and you know they happen with all of us. But Brother Chris,
yes.
Last home game here for him, and the fantastic job. He's out on the field right now with the team and talking with Coach Collier down there. And, we have enjoyed him and his service at Etowamba here with the BSU. The concession stand has always been top-notch here at baseball. You see him coming out in the middle of games here when games are going on. He's bringing water out to the umpires, asking them if they need food, bringing stuff up to us up here, Gore. Brother Chris, thank you. I mean that with all my heart. Thank you for all you've done for Etowamba. Thank you for what you've done for our student body. Thank you for what you've done for baseball. You're going to be a hard one to follow, but we do appreciate what you've done. My star of the game will go to Dre McCray. who was 3 for 3. He did have 2 doubles on the day and a single with 2 RBIs.
And I'm going to go with you on that one as well, for Dre being our Samstown Market star of the game. Samstown Market is your source for fresh meat, produce, dairy, and local products. They're located on Highway 371 North, right there in the heart of Manatee. Stop by and see Sam Ferris and the fine folks out there at Samstown Market today, and appreciate Sam and all he does, not only for his community, but he also helps out here at the college as well. So that's going to do it here for the Renaissance Bank postgame report. ICC improves to 35-11 on the year, punched their ticket to the Region 23 tournament in 2 weeks down at Eunice. So this is our final athletic broadcast of the year. It's been a long year, but a fun year.
Yes, been a fun year, and you know, I mean, it's bittersweet with all of it, and you know, all these endings, but you look forward to the next year, and I know we'll be competitive coming into next year as well. And not that this season athletically is over, we still have baseball going, but the broadcast, it's a lot of fun, you know, and I'm able to call baseball and football, and I appreciate the job that you and your staff do, Adam. I mean, I'm just all I do is pitch in and help, but no, Mr. Jim and I, we contribute in football and then in baseball, but you and your staff do a phenomenal job, and that's one reason why the Etowamba sports broadcast are tops in the only in the MACC, but in the nation, and that's a contributor to y'all.
I appreciate those kind words for sure. So softball will be in the Region 23 tournament next week. They start against Holmes on Tuesday. That will be made available on the Jones live stream. You can visit letsgoicc.com for more information. We're going to have to wait to see how things play out, but once we get all that information from the Region 23 tournament down at Eunice, they'll be making that broadcast available as well. We'll have that information for you on letsgoicc.com. So for Lee Adams, Raphael Henry, Dr. Brad Boggs, I'm Adam Gore signing off for the final time here for the ICC baseball team. Indians win it 9-8. See you come soccer season here on the Let's Go ICC Sports Network.
Playing on tour takes years of dedication, hours of practice, focused precision, and nerves of steel. That's how you become great at the game, but not how you should bank. That's why Allie Ewing chose Renaissance Bank. Their easy-to-use app makes banking a breeze, no matter where she is. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.